Happy Friday, everybody. I'm back. We're back. We are now almost 2 weeks out of Big Brother 27 out of the season, and we still are getting tea and content from these people. So we got to talk about it. We might get into some other stuff. This is the Big Brother breakdown / no offense, all offense, where we talk about Big Brother and other pop culture news with a comedic twist. So grab a beverage. Hopefully you're wearing something very comfy. Smash that like and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold, but don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Stand-up comedian, pop culture vulture, and sometimes Big Brother fan Joleen Lunzer here to comedically break down things happening in our Big Brother world, pop culture news, reality TV, all of our favorite stuff. You guys, make sure you smash that like. All right, let's set a like goal for 1,000. Can we hit 1,000 likes? Also, I'm going to play a quick sound effect. Let me know if you can hear it. I'm not sure if my soundboard's connected because when I connect my AirPod, it doesn't always connect. So I'm going to play it now. Thumbs up if you hear it.
It's inappropriate.
Did you hear it? Did you guys hear it? If not, no biggie. We'll go without the soundboard. No problem. Smash that like. Hit that subscribe. And if you want to support the channel further, oh, you heard it, Joseph? You can always send a super chat while we're live. It's a great way for me to see your comment here on YouTube. You can hit me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. You guys have been so generous and kind hitting me up there. Thank you so much. Or you can join my YouTube membership or Patreon, or you can gift memberships on YouTube as well. Whatever you choose, you don't have to do any of it. But if you want to, yes. All right. That means you guys can hear the sounds, but I can't. So this is fun. This is fun. How's everyone doing? I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a while. I took a couple days off. I was working on some other things. And I also started decorating my tree for Halloween. I'll post a mini vlog about that if anyone's interested. If you're like, I'm not interested, I don't care. That's okay. You don't have to be interested, you guys. But it is Friday. It is October 10th. We still have news coming out of the Big Brother world, which is, I mean, I guess it's not crazy because Sunday will mark 2 weeks since BB27 wrapped. And that's, I guess, not that long. And also, these house guests are very different than the house guests of previous seasons where we saw them just all over Instagram, at the parties, at Todrick's house. All of the people have went home. Which is crazy because some of these Big Brother seasons, you would have people who were still living at Todrick's house for, like, I think Chada said her and Kylan lived at Todrick's house when he had it, Todrick Hall, for 2 years.
It's inappropriate.
And bless them. You know what I mean? If he was gonna, they could live there and they loved it. I love that. But all these other house guests, they've pretty much gone home. Now, what we've waited for, which we didn't necessarily wait for in previous seasons, is for these house guests to do interviews or to go live on their respective social medias. Now, there's some house guests, Jimmy, that just have went live so much, I've lost all interest. There's a point where you just flood the market, you do too much, and I'm like, I don't care anymore. God bless. I hope you have a wonderful life. You know, Godspeed, all the good stuff. But I'm bored, like Rachel Riley would say. I'm bored. Right, Kareen? 2 years is crazy. But hey, if you had a house to live at, and he was, well, I don't know what the rent situation, if they could just live, I don't know. But I love Hannah. So I'm happy for her that she had that situation, you know. But yeah, I'm just bored with Jimmy's lives.
I'm bored with it. Like, I'm over it.
Like, I'm just not. You've talked so much and I really don't trust the things you say now. So that's kind of where we're at. All right. Yeah. Smash that like, you guys. Free way to support the channel. So what I will say about Jimmy, I have so much stuff here, you guys. People found, all right. Now I didn't find this. Okay. The Twitter people, shout out to them. They're wonderful. Apparently Jimmy has merch, which obviously, God bless. We all got to make a buck. You know, I would love to have merch and go through a wonderful merch place that didn't take all the money, but I haven't been able to find that yet. Jimmy found a lovely artist to make merch, and he's selling merch with like his sayings. I think I have a copy. However, I don't think you have sayings. Like, no offense, all offense, but I don't really remember what his sayings were. But apparently he has his, I think, the sunglasses thing. I'm trying to find it here, you guys, so that I can show you. But I'm like, okay, that's nice. That's nice, Jimmy Jam. And shout out to the artist because she did a great job. Okay, did I find it here? Is this it, Jimmy? Okay. Either way, he has merch. I guess we don't have to look at it. If you want to support him, God bless. Go support him. Go buy his stuff. If you don't, then don't. Okay. Also, but this is weird. This is weird. Merch is one thing. Cool. Do it. Great. If someone wants to wear your stuff, I love it. I love merch from artists I love, whether it be singers or anybody. But he's also, you guys, let me share this with you. Okay. Let me sound off in the chat. Let me know how you feel about this. Pre-juror Jimmy is also selling stuff from his Big Brother days, like his underpants. What? Here, Jimmy writes, Big Brother competition undergarment. Those are your drawers. Okay. Those are your underoos. I don't know if they're washed. And I know there's a market for this because there was a lady from 90 Day Fiance who literally farted into jars. And I think she made so much money, she was able to buy a home. Now, when I bought a home, I had to save for the down payment with my husband through a job that wasn't putting farts into jars. I would have loved to just made a bunch of money to buy a home, straight cash homie with farty jars. Yes, but I don't have the kind of fan base and the amount of preverts, no offense, all offense, who want to smell my jar farts. Do you know what I'm saying? All right. Also, I don't know. I mean, the average person, they think they say I'm not Google. Definitely check with your medical health professional before listening to me. But I think on average, a person farts about 17 or more times a day. I heard that once. I went with it. I never looked it up. All right. That's the kind of research I did. But so I don't know how you produce that many to buy a home. Also, what do you charge for farty jars? What and how long will the smell linger? Do you have to let it, like, how long? Is there a point? And yeah, okay, we're getting too far into that. But Jimmy is selling his underwear. So he said worked two-thirds or 2 out of 3 and during time on the show. Worked week 2 and 3 is he wore these underwears during time on the show. They're $100. Oh my God. Right? It's a little too far. Listen, I get it. It's a tough economy. You got to make a buck. If you want to sell your underwears, cool. Who's buying them though? Is someone really buying this? And no judgment. I'll secretly judge you behind your back. Put it in the chat if you would buy something like this. Tammy says, no way. Do not. Tom says, just pitch it to mine from Joleen. Please save your money. Give your money to your local animal shelter before you go buy this for me. No offense, Jimmy. Okay? And make a donation in my name before you buy. And are they washed? I feel like he should have written like gently used. He did write size medium, bragger. I would love to be a size medium. That's a goal. Excellent condition. Well, you wore them twice. What do you do in your underwear that would make them anything but excellent condition for 2 wears? Do you know what I'm saying? Oh my, this must be like a thing. There must be somewhere on the dark web that's probably not even that dark. It's like the evening web, the sunset web, okay? Where people go and buy Big Brother contestants underwear. You know what doesn't surprise me is Zay doing this. Kind of Jimmy too as well. Zay looks like the type of guy that would sell his underwear and socks. No offense, all offense, but let's be real. Okay? He does.
Roasted.
He looks like that's how he's going to reach his fame. You know what I mean? Like people will pay him to maybe like work out in clothes and then he buys it. Okay, Drago's being, we got honesty. Honest Abe in the chat saying, I'd pay top buck on watch for the right person. James, though, and maybe not. Maybe not. You guys, let's get those likes. So we got 329 watching. Can we get 300 likes? All right. I know I've been away for a couple of days, but I missed you guys and I'm sorry and I apologize. Okay. Lauren could have made, the bub says, a mint going in with 60. Did she go in with 60 pairs of underoos? Also, Leah from last season, she has like an underwear company. Does she know that she could up the prices of her lingerie and say she just had it in the Big Brother house? I mean, I guess you could lie. Or maybe it's some she did have and then sell it. Does she know that? Thank you, Paul. Thank you. I appreciate you guys saying that. Anna, where was I? Anna says Memphis did this back in the day. It's so weird. Did he do it during season 10 or when you came back for season 22? I assume if you say back in the day, you mean season 10. That's très intéressant. So Riley, no, Riley's got liar, liar, pants on fire. Riley's underwear did not, none of them survived because they all caught on fire because he's a liar. Okay. Memphis, the player or the city? Saying the player. And maybe the city. I don't know. Okay. So he's and it's not just underoos, you guys. You might think, oh, Joleen, it's, okay, underwear. Fine. Oh no, you got to get the foot fetish people in there because Jimmy's also selling his socks. So these are, again, excellent condition. They don't look like it. They got a lot of those little schmutzies on them. What do you call that? Stuff from the dryer. Little white pieces. Oh, I hate that. Ugh. They need a lint rolling, Jimmy. But maybe people want them just like down and dirty. But this isn't necessarily dirty. It's just not properly washed or something. Okay. Excellent condition. Let's see what he's charging for these. Big Brother competition socks. All right. This was posted 3 weeks ago. $100 again. $100. So underwears, I feel like I'd put more value and money on something I put my genitalia in than something I put my feet in. You know what I mean? Maybe you should lower the price of the socks. Okay? Because I feel like you're getting more bang for your buck. I don't know. I never thought about this till now, and now we're thinking about it. Getting the underwears. Do you know what I'm saying? But what do I know? I'm not out here smartly making money off my used underwear, socks, and jarred farts. All right. And I will tell you people, I'm not above it. All right. But I'm gonna wait and see if there are other streams of income that I can get before I go that route. Speaking of which, some lovely little nugget, some lovely chicken nugget, okay, on Twitter posted, is this it? The cameo prices, I believe, of the cast. I think this is the cameo price, but there was another one that I had. I think this is right. Let's just go to the cameo site so I can give you the proper information. Okay, you guys? Smash that like. But very interesting, who values their cameo. Who's like, you know what? I'm worth it because I'm worth it. Let me see here. All right. Oh, you see, right when you go there, I'm so Midwestern. Oh, right when you go there, guys. Okay. Let me just tell you. You have to right when you go there. My Minnesota is coming out. Okay. My Fargo, North Dakota is coming out. They give you 15% off. Well, isn't that nice? Well, that's sweet of them. No thanky. I don't mind a cameo. I've gotten some cool cameos. My friend bought me Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer cameo. That was cool. I was asked to be on Cameo years ago, and I said no because I was like, what is this? Why would anyone want to pay for that? And now I'm kind of like, maybe I should have said yes. I know I'm nobody, but like there's tons of nobodies on here. Keanu is trending. Right when we pull up the website, Keanu is number 3. You guys, way to go, Keanu. All right. Oh my goodness. He's doing the damn thing. Now, on the whole site, he's in the top 10 and he's number 3. He needs to be applause for that. That's crazy. All right. And then there's these other people, most of which I don't know who they are. But let's just search Big Brother and see what the other people. So he's charging $102 plus. Now I did see some of the cameos that Keanu was posting, and they're pretty cute because a lot of them are like kids and they really liked him. And I know my little nephew Frankie, he really was like, oh, I like the Ninja Warrior guy. And I was like, yeah. So I think they see like, you know, Keanu and, you know, he didn't play Ninja Warrior. He didn't say Ninja Warrior. He said Dungeons and Dragon. What do I know? It's 2 weeks out. Who cares? Ninja Warrior, Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeon Master. Orange is the New Black. I don't know. What's the dominatrix thing? I always forget. I called it Orange is the New Black. That's about women in prison, Jolene. Get smart to yourself. Okay. So Haley from Big, is this a different country's Big Brother? Okay. Angela, $45. Angela's worth $45. Jimmy, $20. I think that's smart, James. Okay. Will, you should be more. I feel like Will should be more than 25. All right. Do it, Will. Rachel Riley, 135. Worth every penny. Worth every penny, girl. Appearing on TV that much. Brittany Haynes, 75. I'd say a hundo. I'd do a hundo, but I feel like she wants to be economical to her fans, and I like that. Tucker, $50. It's a little much, but he is on Amazing Race right now, and I know a lot of people like Tucker. I wouldn't pay it, but God bless you. Suri, 200. Suri should be 1,000. Okay, but I love it. Get that money, girl. She's a legend. Zach, $20. Too much. That's too much, Zach. Zach, we need free. Okay, $5. Buy one, get one. Or we need a BOGO. Dan Giesling, 129. Legend, however, interesting. I'm gonna say worth it. He's put a lot of time into it. Lauren, $35. Well, they're probably long because she does take a minute to finish a sentence. So definitely worth more than Zach. Janelle, 20. Whoa. You mean Janie, Janelle, BB Queen, the veto queen herself. $27? Damn! She's too kind. She is too. $27. Janie, 20. Why? You should be up there. Get up there with Brittany, Rachel, Sari. That's a deal, you guys. Go buy a Janelle can. That's a $27. That is a deal. I might go buy one. I might actually go buy one. Oh my goodness, Janelle. That just the queen of the people. Felicia, $50. Felicia, you deserve more. Mama Fee, you've given us so much. Up your price. Tyler, 50. 40. 40. I love you. I love what you did this season, how you comforted Rachel. So you know what I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you 50. But Ashley, the newest winner, is only $58. Ashley she did just win $750,000. So there's that argument. But also you should be paid for your time, when it is, a service. I'm not talking about TikTok battles. I'm talking about a service here. Mickey, $20. Reasonable. Reasonable, Mickey. You know what I mean? Paul, how is Paul BB19, BB18? How is he 139 and Janelle is $27?
Bruh.
Now, do I think Paul should get his money? Hell yeah, get your money, sir. Dick Donato, $50. Catherine Woodman, 25. Okay, put it in the chat. Would you pay more? And I'll tell you my answer. Okay, for a Catherine cameo or a Mickey? I say Mickey. My smoke alarm is chirping. I'm so sorry. I've tried all day. Do you guys? I tried turning them off. Right, one is low on bears. I can't figure out which one. Every time I hit it, the smoke alarms go off and the cats hide. So I've just been living with it. I'm so sorry. I'll get it fixed. Today is not the day. Okay. And it was really confusing me. Neither Tammy. Okay. But Patty, Mickey. Yep. They're the worst. I look at every one, and the one that I think it is, then all of a sudden it's farther away. And I'm like, how many smoke alarms it's not like my house is huge. How many smoke alarms does this place have? I think it's under 2,000 square feet. How many smoke alarms? Apparently a lot. Right? More for the Mictator. She brought more to the show. No offense, all offense, Catherine, but cereal. Okay. Josh Martinez coming in with just $40. I think that's nice. Chelsea, $35. Okay. Adrian, 27. 20. But okay, I'll give you the $7. Brendan's at 30. Riley's $50. Sir. No. Who the fuck is paying for this guy? I'm so tired of this man. Oh, let's see what we're gonna get for $50 for one little video. Are you kidding me? You did nothing but show your predatory behavior. Okay, let me see. You guys, let me know if you can hear the audio when we play this. Here's Riley wishing you a happy birthday.
Alice Marie, what's going on? This is Riley Jeffries from BB27 here. I just want to say,
You guys hear that? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it. Tammy says 0 for Riley. Anna, that's a good point. We don't want to take the money away from the baby's mouths. But first of all, we are going to need the paternity test, Riley, and we're going to need proof that it actually is going to child support and or the care of the seed that you be spilling. Okay, sir? Okay? Oh my God, this guy is the worst. So here you go. What casual is ordering this?
Alice Marie, what's going on? This is Riley Jeffries from BB27 here. I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support. Touches my heart, and I really do appreciate that. So God bless you, and happy 74th birthday. Today,
That's not fair. He's targeting the elderly. Someone call Nana. Call my mom. Okay? She's only 70, about to be 71. And I know 70 is the new 40. Okay? But this isn't fair. Who did this to someone's Nana? Why would you do this to your Nana? She's been through so much. Okay? The 70-year-old women today deserve respect. They've been through it. And they did it for us. Who's doing this to Nana? Stop it. Not my Nana, all the Nanas.
is a day where all your dreams come true, girl.
And in a tank top, sir, $50. I need some sleeves. And I also need you to take up most of the frame. Like, I don't want you to because I don't want to look at you, but like, you can't. This is him. It's the $50. And he's like, hey, Nana Emily, what's up? It's Riley. Okay. People out here accusing me of being a baby daddy, but I'm not. I hope you have a great day. God bless you. God bless me. God bless all the seed I'm spreading into women because I'm raw dogging because I never heard of condoms. God bless. Okay. Bye-bye. Like, look at all this room. If I went live every day like this, you guys would be like, Joleen, we're not watching you. Okay. Oh, God. Sir, no. We're not doing this. Yes, the background, that is, Danny, way to find something nice in here. The background's really pretty for Riley, but he doesn't deserve it.
And I hope all your wishes come true.
Okay, that's generic. Like what? Do you know one of her wishes? Maybe ask her.
You know?
Maybe make a wish for her.
Such an amazing soul.
How do you know?
I just want to say it's so inspirational to hear that you're taking care of your husband and you are taking care of the fur babies. So keep it
The
up.
fur baby. Now, I don't know nothing about taking care of no babies. So I think that's great. That's amazing. How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you think? I know it's your birthday. I'm supposed to be giving you a cameo, man. But how do you stop bitches from claiming you're the father? Okay, because after a couple of Pabst Blue Ribbon, I don't even know where I spread my seed.
Keep it up. I'm super honored to have gotten this experience to be able to talk to you. And I also heard that you picked me to win. And I'm sorry I let you down. But it was.
I feel like this is a sweet little lady from the South who thought, oh, look at this nice Oklahoma boy. And she was a casual, and she has no idea what she really got, that she really just had the devil enter her phone. Ma'am, I forgot your name. I'm going to have to scroll to the beginning to hear, okay?
Alice Marie, what's going on?
Allison Marie. Is that what he said? I can't even understand this man.
Alice Marie, what's going on?
Alice Marie. Oh, that's my middle name, Marie, okay? What I'm going to need you to do is, I don't know your denomination. I don't know your belief system, but find an exorcist, and they're going to have to cleanse your phone. Okay, you need the devil himself has entered your T-Mobile, your Verizon, your smartphone, okay, your flip phone, whatever. Okay, it's like The Conjuring. Once they're in, bro. He's in now. So you're gonna need, I don't know, call a priest, something, or a priestess. Just get some holy water. If you don't do that, get some sage. Okay. But your phone has been infected, Alice Marie. And from Marie to Marie, you don't deserve that, ma'am.
Down. But it was a great experience, and I'm super blessed
Was it a great experience, Riley? Riley?
and fortunate enough to come out of there to love and support from the people like y'all. So I know you're 100% given of yourself, and just keep
Maybe you should learn from her.
that up. That's so inspirational. And I just want to say, God bless you. You're such an amazing
He's so fake, so inspirational. You're not taking any advice from this.
woman. And I hope all of your dreams.
He's like, and I don't even like women. Okay. So to do this message, I pretended you were not a woman. Otherwise, I would have to talk down to you. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
come true today for your 74th birthday. God bless you. Love you.
Oh, not the kiss. Not the kiss. Oh, Alice Marie, God bless you. Also, exorcism. All right, let's see this.
Moose, what's going on, baby? This is Riley Jeffries from
Who the fuck? Moose? Of course, someone named Moose would request this from him. Moose, what's going on, baby? What again? Why are we like this? What's going on, baby? And there's too much head, like the sky. It's too, but I guess he's doing him a favor. You look at the beautiful background rather than him.
Moose, what's going on, baby? This is Riley Jeffries from BB27 here. I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support, bro. God bless you. It means the world to me, and thank you for rooting for me. I really appreciate that. I heard you recently got cut from your wrestling team, and I just want to say don't hang your head on that, bro. You know yourself.
Oh my God, that is the last person I'd want to hear from when I got cut from my wrestling team. If I had a sport or something and was a kid, and it really, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Don't hang your head on wrestling, okay? Because there are going to be lots of obstacles in your life. Not making the wrestling team, having random bitches, you know, claim that you're the baby's father just because you raw dogged them and you're trying to be on a reality show. And then you know, just trauma dump, love bomb a new lady named Catherine and, you know, be real mean. And these ladies be out here on TikTok like, he's a father. And it's like, you don't know that's my seed. Okay. So this isn't the last disappointment, but just be happy that it's not a bunch of ladies out here claiming you are the father.
Yourself better than anybody, and you know what you're capable of better than anybody else in this world. Man, being a bull rider for 15 years, I've been thrown off, stomped, felt at my absolute lowest, but, you know, I'm the only one that can pick myself up and keep on going. You know, once one door closes, another door opens for the better. So keep that in your head. Don't hang your head at all. You're awesome, bro. I love you.
Don't hang your head. Don't believe these bitches when they're like, pay for your baby. You ain't gotta.
Like I said, thank you so much for the love and support, and keep on going. Much love.
Oh God, there's more? No, I don't want more. Get out of here. I just was looking. Someone said, don't you have to pay for these? They will put a couple up. These are his examples to get you to buy. So usually you'd put like a good cameo up that you did to be like, here's what you get when you get me. Here's an example of my work. Not good. He would be better off, honestly, to just, like Danny T saying, just have the background. You also.
Bruh.
Austin says it's really his mom making up people. His mom just, so he can feel like he has a job. She's like, give me some money. Talking to his dad, give me some money. Okay. Wow. Why you need more money? Because I'm going to pay for Riley to get a cameo. He needs to get a job. That boy needs to get a job and get some condoms. No, he needs to build up his spirits. America, the player and the country, is saying he sucks. Well, Bridget, that is not it is our problem. Okay, Billy Bob, because he is our son. Ugh, you got to cut the umbilical cord, Bridget. It's time. I'm not ready. Okay, we don't know. You know how bitches lie. They're sluts. Okay, I just imagine his mom and dad going back and forth, and she's like, give me some money. He's like, use your own money. She's like, I already used it all. I forgot what his mom's name is. I think his mom's name might be Michelle or something when she talked to TMZ. But good God, Riley, you really think highly of yourself after acting like a whole ace hole during the entire season. Okay. Riley is charging more than Angela. That's insane. That is insane. Oh my gosh. Good Lord. All right, let's see if I can find any other ones. Zay, that is too much. Zay, who are you? Sir, that's too much money. Jag's only charging $39. I mean, that might be a little much, considering he does a lot of the TikTok battles. All right, stop it, Jolene. God, you guys, be nice, okay? Be nice. Morgan, $83. That's an interesting number. Get it, girl. Get it. Angela Runmans. Oh, from BB20, $100. Okay. Cedric, $42. Cool. Look at, oh, I thought it was the brothers together. You get like a 2-for-1 with the Cody cauliflowers. But no, it's just, I thought it was Cody and Weird Polly. But no, it's just Cody. Okay, I'm sure Vince is using some of his. Vince, don't spend your whole $75K on cameos from Cody Cauliflower. I bet he'll just talk to you because you were on the show. Okay, you got to be smart. You got to be smart about that. Davon's only $75. That's a damn shame. Davon, you deserve more. Andy Heron coming in with a cool 35. Quinn, $42. Ian Terry, 42. Okay, so all right, I'm moving on. Now we know, and knowing is half the battle. Speaking of Quinn, do you guys see? Okay, a group of them went to. We got to ask Angela about this. We got to get Angela back on the show. We got to talk to her about this because the internet was saying that Quinn is possibly dating Angela's daughter, Lexi. Angela Murray, her and Lexi on this season of Amazing Race. They all went to Vegas. It was like Kat, Dawn, Angela. Looked like a really fun time. Quinn, Lexi, America, Corey. They all went, right? And then all of a sudden Twitter was like, and I saw Angela, they're all posting videos. I was watching it. I sent Angela like cuties because there's a picture of her and all the ladies. They looked really cute. Angela said she had a fun time. But then people started pulling screen grabs. Like they slowed down, I think, one of Angela's videos. And I think you could see Quinn. And here's one of them. Okay. I'm like, what? That's a, oh, could Angela be? I don't know. I mean, love is love. Okay. And who knows? This is just what the interwebs are saying. But they pulled screenshots like this. Let me share it with you guys. Did you guys hear about this? Because I was like, huh? Okay. And it could just be all about nothing. All right. Much to do about nothing, whatever the saying is. All right. But here they are at a club in Vegas. I think it was like Kat Dunn's boyfriend who she does an Amazing Race with, his birthday. Maybe it was Corey's birthday. I don't remember. Okay. But there's Lexi. She's gorgeous. She's young. And there's Quinn. All right. She's going to share skirts. He does wear a nice skirt. Okay, you guys are saying, are we yay or nay if this is a real couple?
It's inappropriate.
What are you guys saying? Austin says inappropriate. Inappropriate. Lexi, I don't think this will be the last time we see Lexi on television. I thought she was very entertaining. All right. Patty says no, better not. And Bub says the mighty Quinn. I mean, that would be such the turnaround for the season that Angela and Quinn had. And I know Angela told us last time she was over here that they made amends and they're good now, obviously. But, yep. Issa says, go for it. Life is short. Jim says, never enjoyed Quinn. Carissa says, nah. XL says, not real. Dale says, no way. They're about the same size. Stop it, DJ. Oh my goodness. So it's that one. And then this one, someone posted. And then there was one of them holding hands. But you know, when you're like young, I mean, I don't do that anymore because I get sweaty palms. But you know how you just run around Vegas holding hands, like even with your friends, and you're like drinking and you're just like, everything's great. And then you're older, you're like, don't touch me. First of all, we just went through a global panakuchen not too long ago. Second of all, I have sweaty palms. And you're going to comment on it and it's going to get weird. Okay. And I only have sweaty palms when someone asks me to hold hands. That is not my spouse. And even sometimes my spouse. But my husband loves it. Okay. It's one of the reasons he married me. He was like, I was always looking for a wonderful Midwestern girl who was built like she could carry the whole farm and had sweaty palms. Okay. With a little bit of anxiety issues. I love it. So they saw this and then they saw a holding hands picture. And then Twitter was like, they are a couple. Speaking of couples, Morgan has been out, you guys. Morgan is, I feel like Big Brother has turned me into damn Wendy Williams over here. Okay. Morgan has been out. She's been talking. She's been doing interviews. We're going to listen to a little bit of one with Sharon Tharp. She did her first Twitch yesterday, and she also has been hanging out with Paul, Dead Skull himself, BB18, BB19. And he's also been coming to the comment section when posts are made about her regarding Morgan. Says she hasn't watched the show. She doesn't plan on watching the show. She might never watch the show. And Paul was saying, I think that's very healthy. I feel like this is the most we've seen Paul in a postseason. I remember seeing him in pictures previous, a couple times. But he's out and about, and they were hanging out. Now, this is a couple, I could see it. I don't know. I don't know what Paul's status is, if he's with someone, if he's not. But they're both in LA. They're both hashtag gamer girls, gamers. I could see this. What do you guys think? Right? It's about her speed. Because she said what she liked about Vince when she first saw him, and not liked in a romantic way, but just like was like, oh, is that he looked like the skater dude she used to like in high school. And I want to say, what skater dudes were you hanging out with in high school? Now, I know she's 10 years younger than me, so maybe they looked different. But when I was in high school, and I too was a fan of the skater dudes, they were hotter. They didn't cry as much. And they didn't have like the Pringles can mustache. But you know what I mean? That's all subjective, Jolene. All right. And someone put up a picture of Paul when he was young, like before he got all the tattoos, and before he dressed like he was in the Dolls Kill catalog. He looked a lot like Vince on the show, which is very interesting. So who knows? Because Morgan she's been living her best life, you guys. Morgan went to, in addition to hanging out with Paul, and maybe this is the same night, I'm not sure, she did her first DJ set. Now, a lot of you might be like, what? She's a DJ? Well, not really. She picked songs. What they have in LA, and I only know this because I'm really cool. No, I'm not, actually. Clearly. I know this because Vanderpump Rules people did this. And what they do is they have this emo night, and there's these guys that like really DJ, but they'll have like a reality star come in, and they pick just like emo music, and everyone dresses in black, and like Ariana Madix did it, and Katie Maloney did it, and Sheena Shea did it, and they're just like, I'm with this kid, I said, because one of Morgan's songs was Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne, among other songs. But she looked like she was having the best time. She looked super cute. And basically they stand next to the DJ. They have a fun time. There's a huge audience. And people just relive their favorite songs from the early to mid 2000s when they were feeling their most emo. And I think it sounds kind of fun. I would probably go to an emo night. All right. But, Morgan, she gets to dance up there. She wore her high top Converse. She wore her emo attire. She got to spray the audience with like a, what is it? Not like pesticides, but kind of like the Ghostbusters, like a smoke thing. And she sprayed them with like a smoke hose. And they were like, yeah. And she was like, yeah. And so Morgan, maybe, I could see Paul showing up for that. Maybe they went to emo night together. I don't know. But I thought I had another picture of Morgie, but she just had a good time. That little Morgan, she's having a good time, and she's mostly was keeping to herself until she decided that she was going to hit up the interviews. You guys, let me see if I have another picture of her here. Okay. No, I don't. But it looked fun. It looked fun. Looked very fun, right? She's cute. She's living her life. Yeah, not pesticides, Paul, I think it kind of makes sense. I would actually be like, good for you two. Get it. Paul also made a TikTok saying that we need a Big Brother postseason reunion after these seasons, which we've been talking about forever, and that he'd be willing to host it. Okay, I'm down. Like, let's do it. Someone call Paul, CBS, Allison Grodner. Okay. Put your curl cream in and call him, because we all, always postseason want to kind of get the tea and see, excuse me, guys, who's talking to who, what's going on. And we don't have that. So Paul has graciously offered to host it. Some people are saying, I'd rather Taylor host it. I'm sure they could tag team it or have whoever host it. All right. But just some kind of, it baffles me how Big Brother continues to drop the ball on their own show. You know, it's just ridiculous because we'd be here for this.
Oh,
like
half of you got to go.
6
You
of
got
us
to go
later.
by noon today.
We got the dog.
Oh, y'all just set it up. Y'all set it straight to the
Yeah, we heard the dog.
I don't know. It would make sense to me that they would have someone host something like that. Seems like we'd all be down. Oh, duh. I found the screenshot now. Of course, now after we looked it up. Oh, and the prices have since changed. So Keanu's was $94, but the fact that Riley's $50 and Will is $21 for a cameo and Morgan's $70 and Riley thinks he's anywhere close to Morgan or Keanu or Will or Ashley's only $42. Give me a break, sir. Oh no.
You better not.
That is that. Unless it's, I need proof that it's going to the babies, straight to the babies of the mothers you've impregnated, straight to the mothers. Okay. Oh boy. All right. We'll move on. But I knew, just never ceases to piss me off. So Morgan had a stream yesterday. I will say I tried to watch her Twitch. It's very nice. Okay. Very nice. I have a little bit of it. I don't know if there's any good tea here. It's the thing with Morgan is lovely. Okay. Lovely person. She's actually, I do think she's very kind. That's what she gives off to me. I know some people have their opinions. The cheat mans, I blame solely on Vince. Okay. Do I think, could she, I don't know. I'm just going to keep blaming Vince. I don't have time for this. Okay. Now, but with Morgan and with Love, and I'm a talker, I'm a yapper, okay? But she talks about the same thing. It's kind of like when we watch the live feeds where it's just talking about the same thing over and over. And I will say, having watched Ashley now, Morgan still has the same reads she had in the house, which weren't great, okay? They were better than like Keanu's, but they weren't necessarily where Ashley's at. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, oh God, it's a lot. And all I want to hear about is I don't really care about like on week 6 you did. I know that a lot of people want to hear that. And I watched a little bit of Taryn's breakdown with Ashley and I see that he actually included like clips with proof because a lot of people are like, she doesn't deserve it. She's the worst winner ever. People are like literally crying, pooping their pants. They're so upset. And, you know, bless you. Bless your heart that you're this mad over this woman winning. Like, this is horrible. The world's on fire. Ashley winning is like the least of our problems. Like, I love it. I was here for it. I cheered it on. I see what she did in the game. If you don't, that's fine. You don't have to. But people are losing it. They're like, that's the worst. I can't believe this. She didn't win anything. Well, actually, she did. She won a veto to take herself off the block. And then she won 2 parts of the final HOH to make herself the sole HOH. And arguably, that's all you have to do in the game. You know what I mean? There's all this other stuff, keeping yourself safe in your social game. But as far as competitions go, it's nice to know you can win Big Brother without having to be a challenge beast, in my opinion. Okay, I see some people dropped off. We're losing viewers right now who are like, I hate that lady. But that's how it is, okay? So Morgan's reads are still, I'm still like, that's not necessarily how that happened. So I do see how Taryn was able to show. I'm sure those people that need to watch that won't watch it, and that's fine. But was able to show, like, here's what Ashley was doing. Just because you didn't see it, just because you didn't acknowledge it, doesn't mean it didn't happen. That's how it goes. She's a little Delulu, Brandy Boo. Morgan's a little Delulu. Okay? So, yeah, Ashley's social game, A+. All right. Well, we got to play part of it, Xtal. Just part of it. Because I have to do part of it. But here, let's just skip around on her Twitch and see what she was saying. Because I'll be honest, I screen recorded it, you guys, while I was watching a scary movie with my husband and we were decorating the tree. So I screen recorded it on very low. And I was watching, what was it? It's those like 1994, those Goosebump movies from like 2020. We watched the first one, if you know what I'm talking about. They're on Netflix. And it was pretty good. I think we're going to watch the rest. Very bloody. All right. But great when you're like decorating and stuff. Okay. Let's see. I don't even know if it's going to play because this thing has clogged up my phone. Play, you poo-poo bananas thing. Okay. Because I screen recorded like 39 minutes. I thought, well, maybe listen to it. Is this just not happening? Okay, well, you might be in luck. Either way, she was on TikTok. Also, here's Jimmy's merch. Oh, I found it. God, I can't wait to delete this stuff from my phone. These Big Brother people are taking up all my memory on my phone and my brain. You know? Okay. Here we go. Oh, no, that's okay. Well, I'll show you Jimmy's thing in a minute, but let me see if I could. But Morgan, lovely, like super smart, obviously, did make a lot of great game moves, but there's still some things that when she's talking about it or interviewed, it's like, that's not necessarily how that went down, but that's okay. You know? Okay. It's not going to play for me. Either way, I'll post it if I can. But, oh, you know what? I think I uploaded one of them to my YouTube channel. Hold, please. Smash that like if you haven't already. And tell someone in the chat why they're wonderful. Give someone in the chat a compliment. All right? Okay. Oh, Lordy. I got to go live about this Real Housewives of Potomac, Wendy Osefo and Eddie Osefo. Oh, my goodness. He's my favorite house husband. And they've been arrested. I know this is a different subject, but some of you are crossover with Bravo and Housewives. Are all of the housewives just corrupt? I feel like every housewife is eventually going to jail for fraud, drunk driving, one of the things. Oh, never mind. YouTube said, if you play that, we'll demonetize your stream. So I'll just see if there's she mentions Vince. So she was talking about being up against Vince. She's like, I don't know. If we would have went to final two, he might have got 1 or 2 votes. And then people in the chat, here's the one takeaway I got from this long Twitch. I probably should have gotten more out of it, okay? If I paid attention. Was that people in the chat were telling her that Vince was 100% taking her to final two. Now, I don't know if we can ever say he was 100%. Do I think Vince thought that his only arc in which to win now was to prove that he was loyal to at least one person, that person being Morgan? And was he ready to settle for second? I think, yes, he wanted to be in that final two. Would he have changed last minute and taken Ashley to the final? I think there's a good chance. But they were right, Evelyn. I thought it was a joke. I go, what? I woke up this morning. I looked at my phone. I go, is it April? What is it? No, it's October. Even the mugshots of Wendy and her husband are like, it almost looked not real. They looked AI. I'll have to talk about it. Fatter bastard that can't gaming. Thank you so much for the super chat. Gotta bail. Thanks. You're so welcome. And thank you. This is the appropriate way to leave with cash. Thank you so much. And we'll catch you on the replay. Lady Jane, thanks for being a member for 4 months. Came in 17 minutes late. What are we talking about? All kinds of things. Big brother. Right now we are on to Morgan. Wendy Osefo is a Real Housewives of Potomac. She's a PhD educated professor, poli-sci, all the things. And her husband. And they seemed like, I really liked them. But I mean, but I feel like every housewife and that kind, it just breeds like that kind of want for like wealth and status and stuff. It breeds a lot of fraud, which is sad, but we can talk about that. On a different stream. I would say, I don't know with Vince because he lies so much, but they were telling her definitively that he wasn't. And I know that Vince is probably his only way to get any votes was probably that argument that I know you guys thought I wasn't loyal and I lied, and I did lie, but I stayed loyal to one person. It's this woman right here, Morgan. Okay. So I wasn't a complete cheat. I know I didn't stay loyal to my girlfriend. I know I didn't stay loyal to anyone else in the house, but I stayed loyal to this one. You know, Isis has a PhD in fraud. Hello, Josh D. Good to see you. Oh, no, I got to read it. Anna says it's a full stage robbery and insurance fraud. Oh, not insurance fraud. Oh God. Robbery? Oh boy. Oh boy. Yes, cue the I don't have any votes now.
I don't have any votes now.
Hopefully you guys can hear that. Yes, Danny said Ashley achieved checkmate, putting Morgan and Vince on the block in the end. In the end. All right. So the Twitch thing, I'm sure there was she was like, what do you guys got? You got questions for me? What do you got? But then she would go into, well, here's what I was thinking. Because Morgan is she's so excited to talk about the game. So it is nice to have a player who like really loved being on Big Brother. Because we have so many players who come in the house and are like, what is this show? I don't want to be on this show. Where Morgan, apparently what she told Sharon Tharp here, because she did a deep dive with Sharon Tharp, she said she was originally supposed to be cast for Survivor. She applied for Big Brother. They got back to her, or I think someone reached out to her and said, you would be great, reality TV. So I think she sent a tape. At first she was like, is this person real? And then they sent her another message. So she was like, I guess. She sent in a tape, I think thinking it was for Big Brother. And then they said, actually, Survivor wants you. And she was disappointed. She said, I'll do Survivor, but I wanted Big Brother because her mom loves Big Brother. So she was like, oh, and normally it's the opposite. We hear, Nana's in the chat. Hey, Nana. We hear that they want to be on Survivor and they're like, oh, I had to take this show. What's the show called again? Big Broker? No? Is this Deal or No Deal Island? You're like, no, this is Big Brother. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. But Morgan is so excited to talk about the game. It's just when she talks about it, it's a lot. But she did I got to the part where she talks about her situation with Vince. So I do want to, let me just reshare it, make sure I'm sharing the audio on that one. Hear what she has to say about this. Because so far, no one has really asked her about this. And Vince, he was spotted by the paparazzi again. We'll get there. He hasn't spoken out, but he is getting paparazzi'd. All right. All right.
Even Tyler told me, because I talked to him and he was like sitting there and
it was more of like when I talked to Vince, he's like, yeah, I stood there and got to talk to Tyler for a little bit. Like I waited for my button. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like I get to talk unfortunately, Morgan, like this is why you never like let up and you never like when I was speaking, because I'm also very good with memorization. We're a well-rounded player. Yes, because you're embarrassing yourself, get it together. And then I just got into it. It was like smart mentally, but of course, but I also had so much like empathy for Vince not wanting her to go on his HOH because I knew that would have affected,
I never want to hear Morgan talk about the Lauren situation ever again. Put a hallelujah in the chat if you're with me. I heard it so much. Why would anyone ask about that? Why would any interviewer ask? We heard it ad nauseum. They went back and forth like a couple on the verge of divorce, late into the night to the brick of dawn. It haunted me at night. Her, me. And people are still asking. And every time she brings up Lauren, I'm like, oh, I just don't want to hear about Lauren. I just really don't want to. Thank you, Renee. Elise, so good to see you. Thank you for the super. Says, Joleen, you still have me cracking up when you think of your take on Vince. And thank you for the Venmo saying. That was so sweet of you. Thank you, Renee. The other day, I appreciate anybody that, finds me worthy of their hard-earned money. So thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, not dragging Sharon. Don't start a fight with me and Sharon because me and Sharon are cool. We don't know each other. She's lovely. I love her. But I know you got to ask the questions. But it's a personal preference that I cannot. It's like traumatizing. The kids say triggered. I'm triggered. Okay. You wanted to provoke me. I'm provoked. That's how I feel.
No. You wanted to provoke
She's doing
me?
it to herself for what?
I'm provoked. I'm just like, not Lauren again. Please, God. No. So she asked. But we're getting to the Vince part.
Jury vote. But at the same time, I'm like, well,
a number one priority, and that's a problem. Like,
Yes.
that's like
Sharon was it was nice of her to validate, like, it's a problem when your number one has another number one and he's lying to you about the number one, and you want to be the number one because the number one and the number one, my block, her block, you know, my number one, your number one. Man, it's all bullshit. Okay, I feel like the freaking Can't Buy Me Love. Okay, Patrick Dempsey's monologue at the end, like, your side, my side. Man, it's all bullshit. We're all just trying to survive without hearing about her block, my block. You're number one, my number one, we're number one, he number one.
The simple explanation of it all.
Yes.
And so to me, that was very clear
too, and it just never happened. And so, you know,
And Sharon had the same thought as me. I wish you and Lauren could have worked together and just eliminated the problem, which was Vince. And she's like, yeah, but Lauren like wouldn't talk to me. Okay.
like I said, maybe they thought that like I wasn't aware that I was a target. I'm like, guys, after winning 3 vetoes in a row, everyone was like, oh, Casey won 3 vetoes in a row. You won.
Okay. And that, again, I can't hear that either.
I mean, 3 vetoes at the
I think it's too soon. It's too soon. Oh, I heard about this so much. I'm a target. Vetoes, Casey, comp beast, veto queen.
the game. Ava loved her. Kelly loved her. Keanu was coming after her, and I was coming after her. Vince was never going to touch her. Ashley at
We're
that
still talking about Lauren. Come on, get to the point. Get to the point.
have to go. Otherwise, she would have coasted to final 3 and probably
Oh my God.
because she was a super fan. So I knew in the double eviction that keeping Keanu.
because, like, I mean, you had good odds, you know, to win, but were you nervous going in? Like, oh, this is
I just then adjust accordingly. I'm going to get 5 balls on like this. And that's exactly what my ass was going to go on that block if I did not win that HOH.
Yeah. I do want to ask. Okay, so on Kelly's way out, she says, "Morgan,"
Okay, after this.
or were you like, well, yeah, true.
Well, it's funny because I didn't hear Morgan gets what Morgan wants was with Julie. She just said
I
Vince
thought
is
she
going to
said
play
it on the way out the door.
She said that like she basically said, oh, Vince and I had a final 2.
Yeah, Kelly said that on the way out the door, right? Whatever Morgan wants, Morgan gets.
Da, 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 da.
Yes.
And like Vince is going to play Morgan's game.
That's what
And I
she
was
said. That's
like,
what she
and I
said,
was in my head, I was like, you know, she brought up Adrian, she brought up people from pre-jury. I was like, Kels, like,
yeah,
this
that
is
was
something that you should have, I was like, this is something you should have blasted way before. Like,
yeah.
you know? But
It was
to
interesting.
I do wish Kelly would have blasted. I wish everyone would have blasted Vince way before.
no, it was. And I was like, you know what? I'm still gonna give her a hug because I love that girl. But like, she ain't wrong. Like, she ain't wrong. But like,
No.
at this point, it's kind of like the numbers are so small that I had full faith that Vince and myself would win more competitions than the most people that were there. I mean, Keanu was a huge threat. That was obviously the one person that I was nervous about. But we also had Ashley, who was great with mental comps. So I was like, my team, like, we're stacked. Like, we're good. I'm not worried. Like, getting Kelly out was just the best because she was going to win mental comps. So I was happy to see her go on a game level, on a personal level. Like, I loved her, and she was. It was tough to like see her.
It was tough to see Kelly go. What? I know Morgan really. Remember, you guys? Morgan really thought Kelly loved her, and Kelly was like, "I hate her. I hate everybody. I'm a serial killer." And now Kelly, I'll show you guys some stuff. I mean, literally, if you check out her TikTok, she's back in South Dakota like she's a damn angel. She's like, "Hi guys, I was just kidding. I was gonna start y'all on fire while you're sleeping and put bugs in your food. I was just kidding." And then she's like, "I didn't do witchcraft." And people in the comments like, "I'm pretty sure you did witchcraft," which is fine. You can do witchcraft, okay? But like, just admit you did witchcraft. And she's like, "We didn't do witchcraft." I'm like, "No, I think you and Lauren did witchcraft. You were doing voodoo in the shower. Like, just admit it, bro."
Go in that matter, but I was happy that I stayed.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, and I want to, this is where I sort of want to talk about the whole Vince narrative,
Here we go. So this is the part I didn't listen to, guys.
because I do think this is where, I mean, not exactly here, but where you guys, Lauren's gone, you guys are essentially, it's your game to lose at this point. I feel like it's
Right.
You're setting yourself up for the end game. You and Vince are very, very close. You
It's inappropriate.
know, I feel like you're having to comfort him a lot. He's a little, you know, he's,
I want Sharon to go all in. Having to comfort him a little bit. She had to talk him off the ledge. He was talking about driving his car off of Malibu Canyon cliff off the freaking Mulholland Drive. Like, the dude was like, should have been hospitalized the way he was talking. Every day we had to hear it again and again. "Oh, I'm nothing." Like, the emotional manipulation and the turmoil he caused on us. Oh my God, the emotional toil. Like, I feel it. And she always had to build his ass up as he was like, "Ooh," and just cry, baby, cry, baby. I was just like, "Oh, shut up."
Sorry, I'm such a fucking bitch, man. Maybe I fucking suck at this game then.
You do, sir.
spiraling a little bit toward the end game because he's realizing, oh, well, we're getting toward the end of this game now. And like, I think he's just panicking a little bit.
Yeah, he is.
At what point, I guess, and also like he was, once Lauren was gone, I felt like, okay, that was a big concern of yours, obviously, because she was, he was picking her over you a couple times and stuff like that.
Right.
So now she's sort of gone. Kelly's gone. You sort of have a clearer path to the end of it. Where were, I guess, these long hugs come in? Can we talk about that and sort of?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
What that, from your perspective, was? Because then it becomes a storyline on the show. Keanu's talking about it. Talk to me about that.
Yeah. So when you go into the Big Brother house, like obviously you want to connect with people. You don't understand like the level of connection you could potentially have with somebody. But when you're in the house, it is crazy. Like they are not lying about BB paranoia, where it's like when you think someone is for you, but they're against you. I mean, like I had allies against me in the first half of the game. I had enemies too. So it's like when you can find somebody that you can talk with, not only on a game level, but on a personal level that you can connect with, it's so hard to discredit that and think that that's nothing, right? So it's like when we would have these HOH lockdowns, that's usually happening when they're trying to set something up and we can't hear it, or like, they have to do something in the house that we're not allowed to see people.
To talk about game.
We're not allowed to talk about game. That's just kind of when we just got into personal stuff. Like we just talked about random stuff, like whatever came to mind. And there were times where we had like really deep personal conversations. Like I know one specifically that I shared with him that like I personally will like never share with the world, because that's just something that I'm not going to do. But that warranted like an embrace that I needed at that time, because I was leaning in to a story I was sharing with him. Because it's like when you're in HOH lockdown, you can do whatever you want. They play music, you can dance. There was a time where, Will was sharing about his military background, and we were.
See what I mean? Like, she's asking about the long hugs. What are we talking about, Morgan? And I don't even dislike Morgan, but what are we talking about?
We're all sitting there, getting emotional. Like there is levels to the HOH lockdown, which means that there's also.
What is she going to build it up? Like what we talked about in HOH lockdown was so deep. We had to hug Areola to Areola for like ever.
It's gonna be okay. I don't want to, I don't want to get to bed super late, but if you want to hang out at any point tonight, after, if you want to talk to everybody or whatever, I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to just hang out, even if we talk about nothing or anything, whatever.
You can do that.
So yeah, we just want to know about the hugs, but let's keep listening, see if we get to the hugs.
The levels to relationships in the house, like friendships, everything. I mean, we had a showmance this season with Riley and Catherine. Like we saw them get super close in HOH lockdowns. It's like, those are like what we would consider like a safe space just to kind of hang out and get to know each other. And sometimes you had one-on-ones with somebody on that kind of level. So it's like, those moments were where I really like needed comfort, because it's like, I'm sharing something about my life with someone that I trust in this game. And for once the game is off, like I can turn the game off and I can just relax for a little bit and just connect with someone on a human level. And like, that's something I really value.
2,000 years
I've talked to a lot of people
later.
and about like just
Sharon, she didn't talk about the fucking hugs. Sharon, please. Sharon, please. Please, Sharon. Sharon, please. Sharon. She didn't even answer the question. Was HOH? We didn't see HOH left. We don't care. We saw it on the live feeds. Why the long hugs? What?
in general what it's like to be in there. And so many of them mention how you miss having even human connection, even like touching someone. And that's why we see a lot of times on these seasons, people are sleeping in the same bed or hugging or like.
Okay, well, how come Will and Rachel didn't do that? And they're in relationships. How come Ava didn't do it? She's in a relationship. And that's not for Morgan to answer, but you know what I mean? Like, okay, cool. But like, there were lots of people in relationships who didn't do what he did. But okay, here we go.
Laying on each other. We're like, maybe in the real world, we wouldn't do
Laying on
that.
each other.
And so
Right.
I do think that is hard to understand sometimes as a viewer because we're not
of
locked in a
course.
house for 3 months, you know?
Well, we were also one of the seasons, like if you think about like Chelsea season last year, they had, and even like Casey season, they had beds that were meant for multiple people. Ours
Yeah.
were all single beds. So it's like, that's when, like, I mean, like people saw me tucking in Kelly. Like I was trying, I was a hugger. Like you know what I mean? Like Vince is
You were doing a lot of consoling around the house.
Listen. Okay. All right. See, this is why I have to be here, because we start to rewrite history and we let the players, and that's okay, fine. But I don't remember you hugging people like that. I don't remember you sharing the bed with people except for Vince. Let's just answer the question. Just say he had a crush on you, major bonage. He broke the pillow barrier and you had to push him away. Let's we're all adults here. All right. I feel like I'm being talked to like I'm a baby. Okay. We saw you put us through this, both of you, for a whole summer. We dealt with your makeup, breakup, divorce, all of it, the late nights. It was the soap opera of the season. Okay. And now it's just like, yeah, I mean, I did that with that. No. You two basically cohabitated for 2 weeks, which is why when we hear from Vince, I'm sure it'll be the same case, but why there is a lapse still in Morgan's, in her, reads on the game, because they sequestered themselves for so long that they did it. Relationships evolved and changed and things happened, and Ashley was making moves, and they don't even know what was going on. Maybe it was even more than 2 weeks. It was, answer the question, please, God.
I felt like I was Mama Morgue sometimes, but like, that's just how I am as a person. Like, I don't like seeing people like fall apart. Like even there was a moment with Rachel where she was devastated and she missed her family and she was crying, and I was consoling her because I'm just like, Rachel, like
I think Morgan is a very consoling, caring person. I saw it in the house 100%. We love that. God bless. We want to know about the Vince hugs and cuddles and the option talk and all of the stuff. Okay. And when you didn't think anyone was in the HOH and you guys reached for each other and he did, and then you were like, oh, weird. Please.
Are incredible in this game. Just because you haven't won anything doesn't mean that you are not worthy of being here.
Yeah,
or even like, yeah, that was heartbreaking to be there. Cause I'm like, Rachel, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think that alone shows that even some of the best people to ever play this game can have a low and they need somebody there, regardless whether
even the best people ever play this game can hug for as long as me and Vince did. What are we doing? I would be like, okay, but back to the question, like, what's up with the hugs?
it's a man or a woman, like you need somebody. Like Vince has been applying to the show for 10 years.
Oh my God, nobody cares. Nobody cares. I don't know why we have to feel sorry for this man for applying for 10 years. I wanted a unicorn. I've wanted a unicorn my whole life. Turns out they're not real. Okay, don't tell anybody. But apparently I can't get one. All right? But that is not, that's like his villain arc or something. We're also be like, oh my God, poor guy. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, I want lots of things, I want one chin instead of two. Okay. I want free Ozempic, but my insurance is like, no, your BMI isn't high enough. And I'm like, fuck you. Quit raising the BMI. It's high enough. All right. There's lots of things I want, but that doesn't just like excuse, oh, poor Joleen. She wants Ozempic. They will give it to her for free. They want her to pay a month. Oh, she can't, she wants a unicorn. She wants a newer Honda CRV. Oh my God. Like, stop it with he's been trying for 10 years. Stop.
I had learned about this in one of our HOH lockdowns. Like he used to deliver packages to the lot.
Oh my God. I think they think this is like a good story. I think they think this is a good story. Right? Alex says, if you've been applying for 10 years, it means there are 10 years of people that are better than you for the show in the eyes of casting. That's how it is. Like, and he delivered packages. Okay. And what do you want, a cookie? Like what's this? Huh?
So it's like, I can only imagine how much this means to him being here and wanting to survive as long. Like, of course, like when you connect with somebody, especially on like that deep of a friendship, it makes sense that you're going to like support each other in the way that the other person needs support the most.
Yeah. Yeah. And obviously like the way that they portrayed it on the show, which I know you haven't seen, was not very favorable, I would say.
Right.
It doesn't make Vince look like the best guy. And there's a DR of Vince. Once he didn't get that video message from his girlfriend, he sort of spiraled a little bit and was like, am I single? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I think that also kind of pushed the narrative of like, well, if he is single, like, does he have feelings for Morgan? And so I guess my question is, because you're in there and you're so close, were there moments where you like, maybe there is something more here? I don't want to talk about that right now. Or like, what were you thinking, I guess, in those moments?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like, we're in a game, and granted, like there's going to be moments where you're potentially questioning something, but at the end of the day, it's a game. And it's like, could this be a game move? Could this be like, you don't know because you're in a game. Like we've seen in the past, you know, Dr. Will Kirby and like other people who have used their way to get to the end by leaning on emotion and like leaning on that. I don't know. Like I actually never got to have a conversation with Vince about it, because to me, that had nothing to do with the game. And that was none of my business. Like that's everything entitled to him to answer.
Yeah.
On my end, that was my number one in the house on a game level. I had respect for him. I always made sure there was boundaries. I mean, like even that's why like the pillow fort was there.
Oh my God. What? 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 You guys never talked about it? I think he talked about it. I think he talked about it. I think he talked about it.
There, because I'm like, let's just make sure.
The pillow fort? You think that? When? Who? What? Where? How? A pillow fort? You think really? If that was your boyfriend, your man? Think, well, he had a pillow fort. Yes, was he sleeping with a hot model and trying to cuddle her, but there was a pillow between them. Yeah. So obviously it's fine. It was totally platonic. Did they hug for like hours at a time? Yeah. Yeah. Did they tell each other they loved each other? Yeah. Did they sleep in the same bed when they didn't have to? Of course. Did he try to break through the pillow fort to cuddle her? Yeah. Did it start head, shoulders, knees, and toes, head to toes, 69 boys, and then he went head to head? Yeah. Yeah. But there was a pillow.
There's a lot of talk about
physically see that.
Sharon, why are you rolling your eyes? She goes, there's a lot of talk. Of course, let's talk about that. Are you kidding me? If you watch people, look at how big Scandal was. You're watching people cheat on their significant other live on television. You're going to go, well, that's not very nice. He's got a 7-year girlfriend. He's sleeping in the same bed with Modelberg. And not only that, but his girlfriend's on social media going, we didn't agree to that. And he's saying they agreed to it. Oh, and see, this is what I hate what they do after the season is they try to play down like what we saw and how we felt about it and go, I know, isn't that ridiculous? No. We're not the ridiculous ones. We're not the one that thinks we're saved by a pillow fort. Oh my God.
We're not like doing shit under the covers. Like I brought my own blanket. Like people are obviously going to feel some type of way about that, and they have every right to.
Why did you have to sleep in the same room together? I want to ask Vince that because it's not, she doesn't have to answer that. But why? He had his own bed. She had her own bed. Why?
Everyone is going to do something different. But what I would say is until you get into that house and understand the environment that you're in.
No. There's been so many people that have done this show and been in a relationship and didn't do this. Please stop.
It's really hard to form an opinion on it.
Lady, why are you sticking up for him?
Now, that's just coming from my perspective. Like,
Of course.
I made sure time after time that my boundaries were set, and I stand by that. And everything else is obviously something that like people would have to talk to Vince about. And like, I haven't even gotten the chance, so it's just like at this point, that was.
Vince still isn't talking to her. Oh, this is where you need to just spill it all, Morgan.
Boom.
Just roast his ass up. He's just iced you out. He's not talking to you. You guys can't talk. He doesn't follow you on social media. You're like, I haven't even been able to talk to him, but you guys are supposed to be best friends. He said BFFFFF forever. He said best friends forever, 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 forever. Remember? He was like, oh, God, we're going to be such good friends. But then he held that against you in the house and said he might take it away from you if you were making moves that he didn't like. Girl, he sucks. Spill. We don't have all year. Spill. Why is she still protecting? He don't even talk to you. Morgan, please.
In on it. Now, that's just coming from my perspective. Like,
Of course.
I made sure time after time that my boundaries were set, and I stand by that. And everything else is obviously something that like people would have to talk to Vince about. And like, I haven't even gotten the chance, so it's just like at this point, that was a game relationship to me. And I think that anything else like in regards to that is entirely up for his conversation to have, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to talk to him. I feel like I would definitely give him a fair interview. I'm not here with my pitchfork. I think people are really, really hard on him and you in this situation where we've seen this.
Oh, yes, we're so hard. Actually, there's like more people standing their relationship who are like, I love them together. Also, I think the majority of us are like, yeah, it's Vince's relationship. It's his shit. He's the cheater. It's like, they're like so hard on Vince.
Happened so many times. And it's just, I don't, and you know, there is a weird, sorry guys, I'm not calling you weird, but there is a stan culture.
You're kind of calling people weird.
Of Vince and Morgan fans. Is that also weird for you?
See, there's more Vince and Morgan fans than people questioning it, I feel like, at this point. There's so many people that are like, I love this.
Like, you know, I will say that it is a little interesting because it's like, you know, did we have a great duo? Were we going absolutely nuts?
You guys were an epic duo.
It was back to back to back. Like I was.
Am I on the wrong Big Brother page? Am I going to be on the, like, I feel like I'm just like that in the world these days, but like, I don't think they were an epic duo. Am I? Is this real life?
So proud of my duo. Like we were also just always like, there's no way a week 2 duo is making it this far.
Yep.
What is happening? You know, but it was iconic. And I literally am like so proud of him.
Where is the iconic? Where is it in the room with us? Can we find it? This is why I have to take breaks from the internet. Cause I'm like, I just don't think like, huh? Everyone is like, yeah. And I'm like, what?
For continuing to fight and win competitions. And I'm proud of myself for doing the same thing. I mean, a lot of live feeders, you know, tuned in. And I feel like that's really the difference between the casuals and the live feeders.
Yeah.
And that's also where, like, unfortunately, I'm going to say it, like misogyny comes in. And it's like, unfortunate that that's the case. Because I do feel like if I was a man, and like, you know, like
I was the man, I'd be the man. I'm sorry, that just comes to my head. Okay, sorry.
I feel like I'm receiving the worst of it because I'm a woman.
Yeah, and she shouldn't be receiving the worst of it. That is totally ridiculous. That is misogyny. I get it. Okay, call Vince out, and maybe in this interview be like, "Well, I don't feel like I want to answer that because this is Vince's girlfriend and Vince's relationship." But the problem is, Morgan tries so hard to protect this baby man, and he's still emotionally manipulating her even outside of the house. Like, oh no, he might not be okay if he's questioned about his own behavior. Oh no. But that's like, you're feeding the patriarchy. You're calling out misogyny, but you're also feeding the patriarchy, like treating this man like, don't question the man. Like his got to be fine. Oh my God. He's literally fine. Like in his latest paparazzi pictures, he's driving with like an old man who might be his sugar daddy. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. But in a convertible, and he's still wearing his beanies. It looks like from the pictures before that, he's back with Kelsey. He's good. He's hiding out and he's letting you take the hits for this. Have to answer the questions. By him being such a pussy baby bitch about this, a titty baby, now the questions are all, no matter what interview you do, Morgan, they're going to ask you about this. Because Vince isn't man enough to answer the questions. Because Vince isn't man enough to go, okay, let's just address it. Let's get it out of the way. He's going to hide. So now it's on you. So there's no reason to protect him. That's my logic. But I don't know. Maybe I'm cuckoo.
And essentially playing a game that leaned onto someone's emotions. But it was never like, here's the thing. Like when you're in there and you're playing a game and you're given these kinds of situations, you have to do what you can to navigate those decisions. I did my best to play my game and keep my number one ally safe and moving forward to final 3. And I respect him and I respect myself, which is why like those boundaries were clear to me.
Yeah.
And I can only speak for myself, you know?
And that's fair.
Yeah.
And I think the only other big question that people want to bring up is this like October conversation. Let's talk in October. And I think that ruled people. What were your thoughts on that?
So October actually, like the October answer and question actually stemmed from Kelly. So we picked this up from Kelly. So in the house, we are recorded 24/7 nonstop. And sometimes like people don't want to talk.
What? Who you are? I can't. This cast is something else. Like, oh, I don't know if you know this, but in the house we ever what? I wish someone would have fucking told me.
What the hell? Oh my God.
Thanks.
No way.
Thanks. Josh, thank you so much for the super chat. Josh says, I know this has nothing to do with BB. I'm a super fan and love your breakdowns. Thank you, Josh D, of BB. But I've been wanting to know for a while, are you Team Bangel or Team Spuffy? I feel like you might lose respect for me on this one, but I'm 100% Team Bangel. Okay. And I have so many reasons why I am Team Bangel over Team Spuffy. And hopefully you still respect me after that, because I know Spuffy is, again, the more popular of the, but I'm Bangel. Angel and Buffy forever. Okay. And, I watched Angel and I watched Buffy. And when Angel was resold and they actually got to have a relationship for the 24 hours or whatever it was, and he had peanut butter for the first time and ice cream, and they had all the sex and they were so in love. And then he had to, go back and save the world again, as did she. And them together was actually going to do more harm to the world than it was, if they were separated. So then he rewound the clock and she's like, I don't want to forget Angel. No, how do I live having these memories knowing that I can love you and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you won't know, because I've made sure they erase your memory and I'll live with it. And I was like, well, I'm Team Angel, for life. So where's my wife? You know what I mean? And it's just, I never understood. I'm not Spuffy, but thank you so much, Joshy. And hopefully we can still be friends, because some people find that to be a deal breaker with me, but I am 100% Team Bangel. Dat Dog Dude, hour behind, missed you. Thank you, Dat Dog Dude, you and your cute doogie. And Tammy, so Dat Dog Dude, Tammy, and Josh. Best coverage and post BB coverage, Joleen. I love you. Update us on any stand-up tours this year and 2026 soon. May have missed it. I'm a bit chaotic. Love you right back, Tammy. And I will let you know as soon as I am on the road again. Do. Okay. So yes. Thank you guys.
About certain conversations. Like if we don't have a family member or somebody that didn't sign the release, we would always be like, oh, you know what? That's an October conversation. Or if we wanted to talk about something that we.
What was it? What was the reason? What was the conversation? Also, what's option 1? Who's option 2? What was that?
Didn't want the world to know, it's an October conversation. So when I saw him just kind of try.
Well, what was your October conversation?
Trying to whenever we were gaming and I started to kind of try to figure it out. I was like, you know what? Let's just let this be a conversation in October, because I'm trying to game, you're trying to game. You have your dynamics, I have my own. Let's just keep chalk it up to the game and keep it moving forward, because I did not want to.
That is not what you did. That is not what either of you did. You went back and forth and you were literally like the couple on the verge of a breakup and divorce. And you were just going back and forth. We need to talk about this October, but then you would speak about it in so many words. And we knew there was this underlying thing going on. And you didn't just say, let's charge it to the game like fucking Master P. You guys were like, no, we're going to talk about it. We got to, and you kept us up every night. I have the bags under my eyes still. I still am not on a normal sleep schedule because of you two. Okay. This is not what happened. You weren't like, chalk it up to the game. Let's keep going. No, it was a roller coaster of emotion. I feel like I got broken up with. I feel like I got cheated on. It was everything. All right. And yeah, that might have to do with my own boundaries and parasocial relationship, but serious, stop it. Yeah. We just said, talk about October, and it was really healthy. And we just went, it was not healthy. And you talked about it all the time.
To allow anything to potentially distract or become a bigger issue as I was moving forward in the game with Vince. Because
you guys were doing well. Why mess it up if you're
and it's like I said, and you spoke to past alums, it's very that house is a pressure cooker. It's literally designed to make you go crazy and think about things. And I know even at one point, Vince was paranoid that I was going to align with Keanu. And I was like, of course not. The house does something to you. So when you feel like your number one ally, and more so we call it your untouchable person, someone who was never going to put you on the block, that's a sacred person to have in the game. Someone who will never touch you on the block, put you up, anything. That is something that is just the most amount of currency if I could ever speak on it. You know what
It's October now. Let's talk about it.
I'm saying?
Yeah. And actually, now that I remember that Zing brought it up and you got it worse. And I'm thinking to myself, season 16, Christine got booed. Granted, she was married, but I don't think Cody, got a zing, but he didn't really get it as much as Christine.
Right.
I don't know. You're right. The dynamics, I think, are a little, and then we see someone like Parvati on Survivor, using sort of the flirting thing, and she's a queen, and I love Parvati, by the way.
Right.
But I think people pick and choose sometimes whatever, based on who they like.
For sure.
So
yeah, and like that zing caught me by surprise. I was very unaware of what I genuinely did not think that was going to be my zing. And I remember going into the diary room and I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, you were like,
yeah, like what are we doing here? Because it's like, this is a friend of mine, like strictly a friend of mine. And I'm not understanding.
Okay, but Morgan, here's where I agree with Sharon and Morgan, and you guys know I agree with that. Is there always is a double standard for women, and Big Brother's been notorious in blaming the women in these situations and letting the men slide. So I get that, but you as an adult woman, like, even though it's not your relationship, just admit that it does. You can say it's platonic or whatever, but it looks some type of way. It's going to look some type of way to everybody. We know that. Just put yourself in the other lady's shoes for just a second. I'm not saying it's Vince's job to be loyal to his girlfriend. It's Vince's job to do that. That you're not really, you're single, you can do what you want. But just the fact that like we were totally platonic. Do I think Zing should have zinged you for that? No. Vince should have got the zing for that. Vince should have got the cheating zing. You should have got something about M&Ms and freaking your block, my block, and just like all the talking. Okay. So I do think that's unfair, 100%. But don't talk to us like this wasn't something that was so apparent. And that if you were in the situation, girl, even with Zach, you were like, if he was with Lauren too much, you were like, what's going on over there? And you guys were just in an alliance. And you're like, we care about Lauren more. And then that transferred over to Vince. So come on, like human to human, it looked some type of way. You could say platonic best friends, but no. If you were Kelsey, would you have thought that was cool? How Vince was behaving. You can even remove yourself from it. Come now. See, this is where I'm like, ooh.
Why it's turning into this, because sure, embraces and all that and like hanging out together, of course, like that's what you're going to do with you're the partner that you're with. Mine is obviously the opposite sex. Like we saw Rachel and Ashley hanging out all the time. Now granted, they're two women, so it was just really tough because it's like I didn't understand why a lot of house guests that I thought I was aligned with or had my back would have shared, being like, hey, Morgan, like, just so you know, like, this is what I'm hearing is being said. Like there was a lot of things that I had heard from like aftermath, like, oh, well, I thought you knew. And I'm like, thought I knew what though? Like, what is there to know? Like, this is a partner of mine in the game as my number one game wise. What do you mean? So it was a little disappointing, but I mean, it is what it is. Like,
okay, well, they're asking what you mean because the producers are picking up what's being said on the live feeds from you guys, and they're hearing even more than we do because we only get, the 4 cameras to whatever, you know what I mean? Like we only get so many rooms and whatever. Oh my God. So they're asking like, what's going, like, what we're talking about. She's like, I don't, but yes, because we watched it. It just makes no sense now to not be like, yeah, other than she's afraid to blow up his spot. Well, girl, it's not your responsibility to protect him from his own actions. Am I on a different planet? Honestly, I feel cuckoo. Oh my God. This is cuckoo. Lala Mug says also because it was said, well, yes, while they were laying in bed together for 2 months, you had these conversations. Can we say it? And then I think whatever, Vince and his girlfriend, God bless, they can go do what they want, but I think people are going to hold on to this the longer Vince is in hiding and the longer they keep with this whole, like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, what? No, we watched it. We saw it. Just like, say it. He was into you. This was more. The conversations you had. They're literally gaslighting us. Like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills too.
Yeah.
This is a reality
I thought by now, she'll just say it. Who cares? Just say it, girl.
Show,
but maybe she's terrified of the backlash, but like, no, I'm just going to hate on Vince. Like, I will gladly hate on Vince.
They are going to lean on whatever they can. They are going to take all of it and do what they need. It is what it is. Like, I, of course, was upset about it because I truly felt like I deserve to zing more about myself, not in relation to that.
I agree.
I think
But
that's, yeah.
Vince,
I think it's more of Vince's story to tell. And especially because once he's in the DR saying it, I'm like, no, Vince, that's definitely going to make the air. Because once you say it in the DR too, it's like, okay, well, we have DRs like of you talking about it. And it's like,
yeah,
okay,
and that's the other thing. I had one time I had a DR and they were like, hey, so like, is your relationship with Vince, like describe your relationship with Vince? And I was like, oh, it's like my best friend in the house. And then they were like, oh, would you say it's platonic? I'm like, oh, absolutely. And that was it. I had one DR about that. That was it. And I just was like, okay, like whatever. Like I'm going to go back to gaming because like generally my intentions were never malicious. They were never to be manipulative or anything like that. I was just hanging out with my best friend. And like when you're in that house and the numbers are dwindling down.
Okay, but like as a woman, like I will just tell, this is how it is. This is how it is. Okay. And this is just how life works. I can tell if I have a best friend like that, if he feels some type of way about me. You can tell. You can tell when a guy feels some type of way about you, especially as adults. When you're younger, you're like, I don't know. But like you're in your 30s, I'm in my 40s, like come on now. Like, you know. And also, we heard you talk about it. My God. In code. Just break the code. Lady Jane, thank you so much for the super chat. Lady Jane says 3 months of BB27. I needed a break, not Joleen humor. So you needed a break from BB27, but not from my humor. That's how I'm going to read it, Lady Jane. Thank you so much. Josh D coming back in. Thank you so much, sir. Says, you just made me. I did. I'm Team Angel 2. I love your breakdown of Angel episode 1. Yes. Season 1, episode 8. That scene with Buffy saying it's not enough time and she's watching the clock. It breaks my fucking heart. The fact that you might already know Angel actually whispers. I know Sarah in the scene because they were both so into the scene that he accidentally, allegedly, it looks like he was said her name, like, don't cry, because Sarah was crying, Sarah Michelle Gellar, as Buffy was crying so hard because Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy herself is Team Bangel. So, of course, I'm going to be Team Bangel. Like, the character, the reason for the season is Team Bangel. Like, I don't get this Buffy hype, but I respect people that love Buffy. I just respect people that love Buffy. So, thank you, Josh. I'll always talk about Buffy. Like, I love it. It's my favorite.
Especially someone who I'm gaming with 24/7. We're trying to plan out, like, obviously, it makes sense that we stay in the same room. I tried to sleep on the daybed, but it's actually not.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, ma'am? This is tomfoolery. So we need to sleep in this. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you do not. And this is more to do with Vince, but no, he does not. At his big ass age, with a whole relationship of 7 years, with a girlfriend who said she did not consent to him behaving this way, does not need to sleep in the same room as someone he's clearly sexually attracted to and is having secret, I'm going to leave my girlfriend conversations with. Okay. Oh my God.
You're not allowed to stay on the daybeds. Right. You have to stay, which is why I did like the flip flop. Like I tried everything to make sure that like my boundaries.
Well, you can do everything you can, Morgan, but that's not going to stop his boner. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, you knew it. Like, oh my God.
Were set and it was shown. Obviously, like I said, like people are going to have their opinions. And like, I am very much aware of the opinions. I honestly just wish that people would kind of understand that the only way you're going to really feel what it's like to be in there and feel that pressure.
We don't care. I don't care about that. I don't care about all that. I don't want to feel what it's like to be in there. I just feel what it's like to watch it and to feel like you're being lied to. And I feel like there's no reason for you to lie to us. Just like tell us. Who cares? Okay, Morgan? Because you're not the villain. So just tell us.
Of like the pressure cooker of that game is to be in the house, because there's been a lot of, like you said, past house guests who have went through the same thing, that were in relationships or not.
Yeah, but they were honest about it. Remember Dr. Will and Janelle? Dr. Will went in the DR and was like, you don't have a girlfriend anymore. Like, please, Lord.
And it was strictly game. And it's like, why is this any different?
Right.
Yeah. I've had some say like someone would touch them. They wouldn't even notice and then be like, oh, wait, the perception of that might not be great. Like, so right. I agree. I feel like until you're in there. And, you know, I feel like Vince and I have a little more empathy than I think a lot of people do, because I believe we're all flawed human beings. And I don't like to, you know, I live in a glass house, you know what I mean? Whatever the saying is. But, I feel like toward the end, you know, he was so hard on himself, and I'm just like, it was so hard to watch because
he's manipulating you. This is how he gets his way in life. Is this really that hard to understand? None of these women met Vince's before. He'll be fine. People are dying, Kim. Like, what are we doing here? Who cares? Who cares? What are we, his mommy? What am I, his daddy? That's his responsibility. Oh my God. He was really, that's what he does. Look at him now. He's smiling and the women are taking up for him. I see your game, Vince. You little snake. You little snake.
because I don't want someone's, again, maybe he's great and his mental health's great. I just was worried about him a little bit. And I was so happy that you were there because I felt like he needed that.
Yeah, he's the kind of like, when I was like learning about him early on in the game, like he was the kind of person that would, public perception, like in the house was very effective of him. Like he, like, for example, I remember the morning of the Riley vote, me and Riley, he was crying because he was like, I'm going to throw away 5 allies for you. Like, this is bad for my game. And he was like, but I can't evict you. Like, you have fought so hard for me. And I know that you'll always have my back. Like, and I was like, Vince, it's okay. Like, I'm here with you. Like, we're going to work through this together. I told him that when Mickey won the veto, I was like, we're going to work through this together. Like, if he was to put up Rachel, I'm like, we're going to work through this together. Like, I have your back. Like, I feel like if anybody was to take away anything from my actions, is that like, I am a loyal person. I'm an ally who is going to make sure that my person in the game, or my people in the game for that matter, are always in good spirits. They are always okay. Like, even after like Vince's crash out in the HOH part 2, like, that was devastating to watch.
Yeah,
you know, like he wanted to win so bad and he's just falling apart. Now, I know a lot of people have assumed that
can we just admit it and stop with the runaround of like gaslighting and Vince's mental health and just say what it was, please, so we can move on with our lives. I mean, I'm going to move on anyways, but I'm just saying, watching it is like, Kelly Kate, thank you so much for the super chat. Kelly Kate says, I need a Buffy stream, Joleen, FYI. I'm also Team Angel, but oh my God, I feel like I met my people. Thanks for all you bring to us. That is so sweet. Thank you, Kelly Kate. You are so welcome, and thank you so much. Tammy, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, okay, Tharp feeling mommy for Vince. OMG, really? Make it stop, Jolene. Maybe Sharon was just on. Maybe she just was, feeling. I think, I get Sharon is like a journalist. She's, I can get on here as a comedian and talk my shit. And this is like her job. I do understand that. And I do understand she doesn't want to have any kind of accountability. God forbid something happen. But to me, I always go with the old adage, like, that's your responsibility, sir. Your mental health, your stuff, that's on you. Okay. When you put yourself on a national television show and you behave some type of way where people are going to see, people are going to have opinions about it. They just are. And you might have to deal with people's opinions and you might have to answer that. And I don't think that's anything that he can handle because I believe him to be a big grown man. Okay. And literally while they're having this conversation, I just want to show you while they're having this conversation and everyone's worried about poor Vince. Poor Vince. Will he get the bottle? Will he, can we get him off the nookie? Can we? Oh God. Like he's a literal infant, will he eat today? Okay. God, is he going to be okay? He is out there living his best life with zero accountability and not answering to it. And he doesn't have to answer to it, but just know that while you guys are out here worried about him, this is him. Okay. Let's see. This is him getting into let's see here. A convertible, which there's him with a nice old felt. Look how happy Vince. I gotta show you guys this. This is while you guys are like, we're just worried about his mental health. Here he is, Mr. America. He's like, I'm living my best life. Here he is. Oh, look at that. Look at that nice bearded gentleman he's with. A gentleman with a healthy beard. Could be his dad. I don't know what his dad looks like. Okay. Really nice guy there, just driving around laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Meanwhile, you guys are sitting here thinking, oh, his poor, yes, Jim says, someone think of the children. Okay. Thank you, Brandy Boo, you little cutie. But that's what he's doing. All right. He's literally the paparazzi. These are his latest paparazzi shots. He's like, hey guys, what's up? You hanging out outside my house? Because I think Sharon did say that she believes that the Sun, she says they're pretty dirty when it comes to their she didn't say this is how she didn't use the word dirty. I'm saying that, but she's like, that's kind of their tactics, is that they will go hang out in front of someone's house. So she said when people say he called the paparazzi on himself, she said that might not be true because they did pick up a couple stories over the summer about the cheat mans. Obviously everyone was talking about it, and they probably did camp some people out in front of his house in his area. So I still think he called it on himself too. I think he was like, hey guys, what's up? Yeah, will he eat? Was he okay? Will he get his nourishment? Will he get his nourishment? Right. Sharon probably, Because Heather Dubrow didn't call the like they all call, this is LA people. They all call the paparazzi on themselves. Okay, that's just how it is. Brandy, thank you so much. Brandy said, didn't Morgan plan a sleepover in Final Four with Ashley and Ava? And she told Vince they can sleep on the day beds. Yep, and it never happened. But apparently, that is like a back and forth thing where they would say we can't sleep on the day beds. But then there was going to be this girl sleepover, and Vince is like, yeah, it's fine. And then they ended up, guess what, not having the girl sleepover. Instead, they kept sleeping together. So, I like this conspiracy theory. Anna says, my conspiracy theory is that Kelsey's calling them to at least get a few coins out of this whole thing. And if you are Kelsey, get those coins, girl. Get those coins. But this was one of their last nights in the house in the hot tub. And I'm sorry, but this is not platonic. You know, pull my hair and call me a Cabbage Patch doll, but this is not platonic. What I saw in the house was not platonic. It just wasn't. Okay. That's okay. But we just admit it now because it's over and he's back with his girlfriend. Can we just like cuddle in, kissing arms, kissing hands? The conversation. I mean, we watched it. Please, can we just admit it? And I'm someone who doesn't necessarily watch Big Brother for like all the strategy. The strategy is interesting, but I really watch it for like the dynamics, the relationships. I do like the social strategy, but I'm not just strategy, numbers, things. I really just like the sociology of it all. And this is just, if this was my boyfriend, I'd drain his nutsack. No, that is inappropriate, you guys. Why would you make me say that? Okay, but that's like, is this love that I feel? It's more than that, okay? And sure, you might have not wanted to date him outside of this, but I think it's pretty clear that, yeah, this was more than that, and we know that. Okay, Joseph says, LOL. If Joleen did morning updates and had to tell us all about the days of our lives, wonder how I don't know if I could handle it, honestly. Oh my goodness. Oh, good. Thank you, Care Bear, for that update. Chef Penny dropped the lawsuit against Ariana and Katie and their sandwich shop. Finally, evil Chef Penny, you jerk face. Oh God. But yes, just tell us more about how platonic you two are and how you just, I don't know. And again, she doesn't have to answer for him. I don't expect her to, but it seems like she is answering for him still. And it's just like, okay. All right. Well, please don't, just don't tell us that something didn't happen that we saw happen. Okay. Thank you.
That I was just, not focusing on my game, but it was like, that's at a point where like I can separate and I can compartmentalize the game versus personal. Like my friend needed help in that moment. And I was
You guys did not separate the game from personal.
willing to do that because what is it going to do for me to sit there and just be like, well, figure it out. Like, no, he was so defeated. And so like, I had no problem doing that. Like at all with anybody.
Exactly. And Morgan, that's why I would want you to be my ally. You're a good one. So you mentioned you haven't spoken to Vince. Do you hope to speak to him? Do you think he's just taking some time to decompress a little bit?
Yeah, I know like right after like on the stage, like I just told him, like, I'm always going to have your back. Like, if you want to talk, like, you know how to find me, basically. You know what I mean? We all have social media. It's not hard to find people. And I really hope that he's doing okay. Like, obviously coming out and like seeing all of like the overwhelming amount of love that I've received, but also obviously we have like, just like producers told us before we left, like you're going to have people that love you and you're going to have people that have a lot of opinions. And I've been seeing a lot of the opinions, right? And it's like I said, like everyone is entitled to their own opinion. And, I hope that like maybe this conversation can bring more clarity to people about like intentions and all that stuff. But like, as far as he's concerned, like, I really do hope that he's okay. I do feel like based on how he was in the house, he's kind of the person where like the limelight and like all that is not really his style. He always used to say how he was very introverted to himself. And like, this experiment was much different for him because it was like, he put himself out there on national television and is like, this introverted guy having to integrate for a house of 16 other people, so I do hope.
Wow. Vince really went through it. I mean, oh my God. this is what I remember from the live feeds is all of this. Morgan he really got into her because it's just like he wanted this for 10 years. But he delivered packages here. Poor guy. He's a big super fan, more than any of us. Okay. And oh wow, poor Vince.
Style. He always used to say how he was very introverted to himself.
And he was so introverted. And he applied for a national television show for 10 years and was upset he didn't get on it. But man, I mean, what a struggle. It was so poor, pitiful Vince. Poor, pitiful Vince. All these people won't let Vince be. Lord have mercy on Vince. Whoa is Vince. Like every story is a sob story for this dude. Oh my God, he's good. He's good.
And like this experiment was much different for him because it was like he put himself out there on national television and is like, you know, this introverted.
They really act like this was Vince's Make-A-Wish, and we're all supposed to go, wow, he's so brave. He is so brave. He is so brave.
Guy having to integrate for a house of 16 other people, you know. So I do hope that he's doing
I don't have any phones now.
Me too, because I feel like in that sense I relate because like
he's good. I just showed him in the convertible with the guy with the cool beard smiling. He's having like the best days ever.
I love the game so much, but I could never imagine playing because I would be like Vince, and maybe that's why I have empathy because I would be stressed out. Like even with the Rachel stuff, like we were saying, he's like, I'm just gonna look so stupid, and he's panicking, and I'm like, that's he was hard on himself in those moments. But yeah, I guess and you mentioned how introverted he is, and these photos are going around of him, and I'm just like, people are thinking, oh, Vince, called the paparazzi on himself.
They act like he went to war. This is a game show that he signed up for voluntarily. Like they forced him there. Like he's in some kind of camp. Like get in there. And he's like, perform for us. Like this was all, it was so voluntary. He voluntarily applied for 10 years. Good Lord.
I don't believe that. Do you?
I don't believe that for a second. No.
Yeah. Round of him. And I'm just like, he was hard on himself in those moments. But yeah, I guess, and you mentioned how introverted he is, and these photos are going around of him, and I'm just like, people are thinking, oh, Vince, called the paparazzi on himself. I don't believe.
Who cares? Like, it isn't that deep. It's not that serious. If you say he called the paparazzi on himself, it's really not that deep or serious. Like, people are dying, Kim. All right? They're like, do you think he's going to be okay now that people are saying he called the paparazzi on himself? What? Who cares?
That do you?
I don't believe that for a second. No, yeah. I don't believe that for a second because I know there was a conversation we had one time where he was like, if he were ever to make it to the end, like all he wants to do is like get a van and go travel around and kind of do his own thing because he likes photography and stuff. So it's like I just don't see him
Of course, it's gonna be a van down by the. Yes, I'm with Rachel, and Rachel always said that throughout the season. Julie says Rachel was saying she doesn't understand the pull Vince had. This dude could start a cult. He really could. He could be a cult leader. The way these people are just like, oh my God, like they live and die by him. Wow. Serious. Vince, you should look into that. I'm not pro cult or anything, but like it's up his alley.
Doing that. I really don't, especially because he also got second place, and he knew, like, because our last conversations was like, Morgan, like, I'm a lock for second. Like, I don't see him being the person who is calling paparazzi to have attention on him at all. I really don't.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So we're getting to the end game here.
Yeah.
You win your first HOH. You go on to win 2 more HOHs. You win 5 vetoes for the season, by the way. I do want to mention you were safe for technically, I think it was 6 consecutive rounds, but with the elimination situation, it was like 7, but it doesn't matter because you beat the record anyway. So
yeah,
how did that feel? That's very cool.
I actually didn't know that was a thing until I want to say maybe I went into a DR or something where they were just like.
So finally, they're going to talk about Morgan's game. But yeah, Jessica says Rachel called Vince a mastermind the first week. Yeah, that's why she's one of the best to ever play the game. He was someone you wanted to get out because the pull he had on people. I think the 2 people that really didn't buy, even Keanu. Remember Keanu like kept giving him chance after chance. Like you would, if you're in like a cheating significant other situation, like he's not going to do it again when you're like in denial. Give him another chance. And it was a detriment to Keanu's game, and I'm just like, why did what does he? It's cult leader. Monica, thank you for the super chat. Monica says Sharon's full of it. She has been saying he called did she say? I didn't see. I've only heard Sharon say, in Sharon's defense, I've only heard Sharon say that she believes that the paparazzi would just show up. She thought that the son would just show up at his house due to the cheap man's being so popular. She was making fun of Vince for months. Well, here, and that's the thing that happens. And we see this. So disappointed with this interview. That's the thing that happens is after the fact, all of a sudden, and that's what the thing was with Leah, why people were calling Leah out, because her and Derek Frazier were calling Riley out, you know, for his gross behavior in the house. And then after the season, she's like following them and they're friends. So people are like, well, you were doing TikToks about Save Catherine and she's in an abusive relationship and now you're like following. Like, it's weird. The switch up is weird. You know, you can get back to real life and not completely switch up and pretend that what you saw didn't happen. But maybe that's the way they cope. I don't know. But I do see that. I see people, you know, who have opinions just like myself about a television show and people, how they act on a social strategy television show, then want to go, shame on you. Shame on you. Do better. How dare you care about that thing? Well, that's what you do too. That's what we all do. That's why we're all here, because we want to talk about it. And it's just like sports. I always say all these reality shows are just like sports. You talk shit about the teams you don't like, and you cheer on the teams you do. You talk shit about the players on the other team. That's just what you do. Okay? That's how it is. But for some reason, I think probably because the majority of people that watch, even especially like Bravo shows and stuff, are predominantly women, even though there are lots of men that watch, that people talk out like it's stupid. Like, why would you get that invested? It's the same reason you get invested in a sports team in football season, hockey season. I just happen to like sports and reality television. So I get it. You know, you should hear me talking shit about when I'm watching sports about the other team. Now, do I really dislike them? No, but they're on the other team. Stop. You know what I mean? Like, so it's okay. But I think everyone's so afraid now that people are going to go, you took it too far. And you're the reason that Vince had a sad day. It was sad. You're like, no, Vince is the reason Vince had a sad day. Okay? Because, yeah, let's just, you know, how do these sports players do it? People talk way worse shit about sports teams and players. Granted, they make a lot more money. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, like, who cares? He's not going to die because people are saying he called the paparazzi on himself. That just sounds like something he would do. All right. Look at Goldilocks. Like, the Eagles are going to be playing the Vikings. We're on a bye week this week, but then we're going to play the Eagles next. It's going to be hard. Okay. And we got quarterback problems, but the Minnesota Wild won last night. Yeah, go hockey. 5-0 shutout. Okay. St. Louis Blues fans, I'm sorry. Care Bear, I love you. But we don't always win against the Blues. But when we do, I really enjoy it. So, all right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Morgan's face card she's gorgeous. She's amazing. But I think the sooner she separates herself from Vinny, the better off she'll be just together. And I think a lot of us over here, especially on this channel, we saw this go down with Tom Sandoval, where these guys want to like play the victim and don't just want to just take ownership for your shit and then move on. That's it. That's it. It's not everyone else's fault. Okay. DJS says, go Red Wings. Oh my God. The Red Wings were the bane of my existence in the 90s. You guys were so good. I was like, oh, how can we ever beat them? So yeah. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Julie says, Vince is out there. Yeah, he's living his best life. Yeah. Yeah, he probably does have depression. Yeah. You know, lots of us do. You know, and I don't think anyone's like, hey, go out in the world and hate Vince. I don't know. You know, God bless Vince. But maybe come just do an interview or something. I don't know. I don't care anymore. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was interesting. Vince was only depressed the weeks he was losing. Yeah, Monica, you're not wrong there. We clocked that. All of a sudden, he was totally fine when things were going his way. It was when things were not going his way. That's when he was like, I'm sad. I'm sad. So, all right. So that was something. Okay. I'm going to drop the link. Go support Sharon Tharp. You know me. Shout out to all the creators, all your opinions, all the things. Here's the link. I'll put it in the description too if you want to watch the full interview with Sharon and Morgan, because it isn't just all about Vince. I think they did a 3-hour interview. Dang. And apparently Rachel said she's going to be doing a deep dive soon. And I think they were saying with Taryn, and I think Morgan might be doing one too. Did you guys hear that? Because I think I saw that on Twitter, but let me drop the link in the description too. If you're watching on the replay crew, hey, replay crew, go give Sharon a like and some love on her channel. If you want to, I think this is how love goes. I am like really old school country in my head for some reason, like 90s. Check yes or no. Okay, let me see, put it right underneath here. Okay, link to Sharon's interview with Morgan, or Morgod as they're calling her now. Morgod. My God, Morgod. Yeah, but I actually would like Morgan to go on RHAP, because I think then Taryn would be showing her like, oh no, actually Ashley started that. Ashley pushed for that first. I think he would do that because he'd be showing receipts. So Alex says, I'd love a Vince deep dive. I bet you if Vince, well, yeah, I don't know. But I bet you if Vince asked, they might give him one. Maybe. I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like Taryn would then show clips. Yeah, of course. We'll see. I mean, it might be traumatizing for him because he did updates every day, staying up and watching them. Okay. That was a lot. Carolyn, I hope so too. I hope that people off the internet, is that what you're implying, Carolyn, that you want people who say things on the internet about a reality show to find the reality show people in real life and say, hey, this one thing you did on the show, I didn't like it. Yes, I wish that. No, I would definitely say no one should do that. Okay, that's ridiculous to say that people should do that. That's stalkerish. And if you see them out in public, okay, let them live their life. That's a little too weird. Okay, the say it to my face thing is like that. This is how the internet works when you're on a television show and people have opinions about it. Now, if they see you and they go, hey, I saw you on the internet, Joleen, you said that thing, I'll say, I did say that thing. You think I've never run into a reality star or a person on a television show that I've talked to? Yes, 100%. There was a certain captain from Below Deck who confronted me. It ended up being nice, but at first he was like, I see what you say about me. And I was like, I do say that. I do. Those are just my opinions of you on the show. That's what I say. And then we took a picture together and everything was fine. So, but yeah. But that'll get you a restraining order. If you do what Carolyn said to do here and go up to the face and go, hey, you. Hey, Vince. Sucks what you did to your girlfriend. I saw you break that pillow barrier, bitch. That was wrong. I think he has the right to go. I think I might have to enlist the police on that one. Yeah. Z Malicious says, based on Morgan's Twitch stream, I don't know. She seems pretty against the deep dive. Basically, she said she lived. Yes. Oh, I think you're right there. Because she lived, but I feel like this was a little bit of a deep dive. But with clips and things, yeah, because she said she doesn't want to watch the season and she might never want to watch the season. So, but also like don't watch the season because you just watch like the live. I wish they had live feed replay. But watch the clips people send you. I think you'll learn more because the episodes don't really tell the true story. But I don't know. I think she would have fun. Morgan loves talking about her strategy and she really loves the game aspect of it. Even though her reads aren't always, 100%, obviously. She really likes talking about the game. So I don't see why she wouldn't have fun with Taryn. They could both like have a totally fun Big Brother nerd out session. I think she would like it. But who knows? Yeah, you broke the pillow barrier. If I ever see Vince, that's what I'm yelling, Carolyn. I'm yelling right at her. And I'm going, hey, you broke the pillow barrier. Yelling right at Vince. Hey, you, little guy. I'm going to say little guy too. And he'll go, what do you want, big girl? And I'll say, yeah, I'm big girl. You little guy. You broke the pillow barrier. Like, come on. That's like, in sports, you're not actually on the team. You're just a bite. Yep. But people get passionate about that, Carolyn. People are passionate about these types of things. Yeah, and their teams. Have you ever seen how football fans act and sports fans act? Yeah. It's crazy. Am I over the Mary coming in with the deep cuts? Are you? I'm not over it. I promise you. I had every intention of going live after the episode. And then I was like, I'll do it later. So will you get a recap? You will. Okay. And I think I'm going to be joined by a special guest, AKA Busy Blue, who's a fan of The Amazing Race. And we'll recap the hell out of it. All right. Sorry, Mary. I was like, I know I owe you guys a Salt Lake City recap. I owe you a Amazing Race recap, all the things, you know. So let's see. Yes, I do. I think it stopped though, cats. But yes, throughout the stream, we have heard a smoke detector that is, I think my husband stopped it, or I've just become immune to it, that I was waiting for him to fix. I'll be honest with you. Okay. Because it's his job to do that. I've just decided. Okay. And I tried. I gave it the old whatever, college try, whatever they say. And I just made the smoke alarms all go off. So apologies. But let's see. Yeah, Vicky says, literally watch a Yankee Red Sox game and watch how crazy it can get. These people fight each other. Like fans fight, sports fans fight each other. One time when we played the St. Louis Blues, okay, someone threw a beer bottle and it hit me. And I don't even drink anymore. I don't think that was fair. And I was like, are they going to apologize? And no one apologized. No one apologized. But that's hockey games, unfortunately, sometimes. All right. And I need a Sheena recap. We need a no offense, all offense. Yeah. Aren't the Tigers like really good? You guys are like killing it. Whoever lives in Michigan, lucky. Football, you're killing it. Baseball. Are the Red Wings good this year? I don't even know yet. Well, I mean, we just started. So we'll see. But did I tell you that the Wild won 5-0? Oh, shut it. Anna says, I'm currently not talking to my partner's family because Cubs Brewers last night. See, the rivalry is real. I went to a Wisconsin college as a Minnesotan, and it was on the border of Minnesota. And when they did border battles, it was the Wisconsin-Minnesota border. The college was, when they did border battle against the Packers and the Vikings, it was like friendships changed, you know, while that game was on. It was different. Well, I watch Southern Charm. I might watch this season of Southern Charm. I did see that Catherine Dennis got arrested again, I think for DUI. And I just, that woman, I'm telling you, she just, that evil old man who dated her when she was basically a teenager, right out of her teens, and was Thomas Ravenel, the coke whore, allegedly, obviously for entertainment purposes. Everything I say is true except for the parts that are false. Took advantage of that girl. And it's been in a weird spiral since. Am I watching New York's new show Slayers? No. Where do I find the show? I don't even know about it. Oh my God, Perplexed Clock. Where have I been? Oh, she's currently, how long are they going to hold her there? What was her blood alcohol level? Karen Huger, you know, you guys let me know she's out. She did, what, 6 months? We do need to talk more about Wendy and Potomac. Is that what they did? I almost ate my tongue there. Are you trying to tell me, Alex, that Wendy Osefo and her husband staged a fake robbery and then claimed the insurance. Please tell me that's not what you just said. I'm going to come back. I'm going to be back. We're going to be back. We're doing a Friday night stream. We're doing a Friday night. We're doing a No Offense, All Offense with Bravo Pop Culture and any other Big Brother news I find. Also, oh God. Oh, what is this house? That's what I tell my husband, Chell. The Housewives franchises, it's dark. There's some dark energy going on. So many of the prisons and stuff. What? We're coming back tonight. It's only 3:44. That means I can, go hang with my husband. Okay, I can hang with my husband for a little bit. I can walk the dogs. Did you hear that, Buffy? She's like, did you say walk? I can WALK the dogs, throw in a load of laundry, and come back. Okay, we're coming back. It's not Friday. It's Friday. Isn't it Friday? Did I say it was Friday? Friday night. Or did you say it's Friday night? It's 3:45 for me. Also, the last Big Brother update I'll give you today. Did I miss anything? Let me see. Oh no, that's for a script I'm writing. That's solving unsolved mall crimes. Okay, you guys. That's just where my brain has been, in haunted malls. Okay. Morgan interview. Did it. Ashley interviews. Didn't get into them, but we touched on it. Rachel interviews. Next time. Jimmy selling his undies. We talked about that. And his merch. Yes. Cameo prices 100%. Vince gets hit by the paparazzis again. Yep. And in case you guys didn't know, Ava is out. She's back in New York. She posted on her social media. Let's pull it up. She's back, baby. And her fellow house guests commented, and she's smoking a cigarette. She's like, I love these cigarettes. She's like the Marlboro man out there. She's wearing a lace catsuit, living her best life. Just give me a cigarette. Okay, and here she is. Oh my God, Miss Ava. Stop. I can't, you guys, I am so happy before we play this video of Ava to know that Ava is fine. You guys, she allegedly, everything I say is true except for the parts that are false. Everything is alleged for entertainment purposes only. She allegedly went to the doctor, okay, and she got checked out from the pull. Remember how Rachel assaulted her, pulled her into the food storage, okay? And she got checked out and she was fine. She's healthy enough to hold a cigarette to her mouth. She's good. So after this, she's good.
Go first.
Don't, no. Oh, come here. Oh my gosh.
Don't, no. Oh, come here. Oh my gosh. Oh, come here. Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank God. Thank God Ava has a fresh bill of health. Okay, you guys. And here she is in all her glory. Look at right outside. She just left the doctor, the hospital, the hospital. Okay. Right after she got the clean bill of health, there she was like, doctor, check my wrist. Okay. Because this old broad pulled me. She's like 40. Okay. Which is like 100 to me because I'm like 25. Right. And the doctor said, come here, miss. He said, excuse me, sweet thing. May I ask your name? She said, my name's Ava. And may I ask the same? He said, I'm Dr. Wrist and you're going to be fine. And she went to the land. And the first thing hit him. Okay. Stop it, Jolene. But yeah, she's good. You guys, she's good. She's smoking. She's having the time of her life. Will says, Ava Pearl, I cannot. Will's like, no, moking. Keanu says, Ava Pearl, let me see you dance. Let me see you twirl. Here comes Lauren. Ava Pearl, that Ava girl. Catherine coming in. She finally got herself a cigarette. I remember Ava talking about. She was like, oh, I want a cancer stick so bad. Okay. David, good to see you. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Hi, Jolene. Thanks for the laughs. You're so welcome. Yeah. This makes you mad. Sorry. to make you mad all over again. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's good. Ashley says, Queen. There goes Adrian. Adrian's like, Ava's back in the Big Apple. He's about to start smoking so he can hang out with her. Jimmy says, I'm dead. He's dead, you guys. And then other people that, oh, nope. Zach says, Ava, we still got to smoke that one cig together. Oh, he doesn't even want to buy his own pack. Okay, you're one of those guys. Like, let me bum a smoke. Yeah, I quit. I only smoke other people's cigarettes. Zach, you dork. Okay. Yeah. Gaba says, Ava ignoring the mess her castmates are doing and just serving instead. Some of y'all could take notes. Oh, goodness. But yeah, there she is. She is enjoying a heater, as we used to call them back in the day, a nice heater in her cat suit. I was really happy to know that Ava was okay. I was so worried about her since Rachel assaulted her that I couldn't sleep. Some nights I would just wake up and I'd be like, and my husband would go, what's wrong? I go, have we heard? And he's like, heard what? And I'm like, if Ava's okay. Because Rachel, she pulled her into the DR. Rachel actually addressed it in an interview, and I did see that. And she was like, that's what we did. And that's what we talked about over here. That's what we did back in the day. You don't have much time to strategize. So you always pull your, your allies into rooms like, we got to talk. But Ava, she didn't know nothing about the show. Half of these people still don't even know how the live feeds work. So, so Rachel's like, I feel bad if, if I touched her in some type of way. And I'm like, you're okay. We're all okay. We're all going to be just fine. And everything's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, boy, ain't nobody got time for the bronchitis. All right. Yep. It's different, Christine. You don't understand. You're probably like, don't live in New York. Your name's not Ava Pearl. You're probably like me, just don't pull my arm, but she's fine. She's smoking a pack, a carton, whatever. She's good. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. So I'm behind, but went into the basement to check my smoke detector before you said it was yours. I think it stopped. Put it in the chat if it stopped. Because I hear my husband in another room, and I'm pretty sure he fixed it. So shout out to Hype Man Husband Chell-RN. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you guys, I think that's all we have. But I'll be back. We're coming back. Guess who's back? We're coming back later. All right. Yeah, Kava out of hibernation. Rachel was very gracious at the rally, way too gracious. You are 100% right. That was silly goose behavior, but I'm so happy. I thought Ava was going to die. I was like, who knows? What if she punctured the lung of the wrist? Okay. I'm not good at anatomy, but what if she hit the Abdullah oblongata of the aorta in the wrist with that pull? It was, I still can't believe Rachel did that. I'm so disappointed, but I'm glad she took accountability for the assault, and we have to move forward. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What time, Mac? Give me, let's see, it's 3 now. Let's pick a time. Anytime. Pick a time, anytime. Let's see. I'm going to be back at, that's a 4. I got to eat dinner. I got to wash. I got to take the dogs for a walk. 6 might be, I'm going to put a 7. It's Friday. You can stay up late. Okay. Make yourself a coffee or a cocktail. 7 p.m. Pacific. So 10 p.m. Eastern. 7 PST. We're going to be here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have some fun. All right. Yay. Go support Morgan on her Twitch. If you like Morgan, you can find her over on the Twitchy. And Anna says she's unboxing her Big Brother stuff. I always find now those to be so boring. Everyone does it though. They all unbox it, but I'm sure people think it's boring when I'm sure people think it's boring when I unbox stuff. But I'm like, you kind of know what's in there. And we saw it. If it was like new stuff that they were sending them, I'd be like, yeah. Where's Jack Skellington? Oh, Scubbo Baggins. Oh, my Jack Skellington picture. I hung it up downstairs. Should I bring it back? Buy my Halloween stuff. I love him. You guys seriously make me laugh so hard. Oh my God. Okay. Christine says, hopefully she unboxes her ownership of not laying with them, laying with that dirty dog. All right. You guys, thank you so much. Shout out to all my super chatters today. Tammy, Brandy, Boo, Monica M, David, Kelly, Kate, Josh, D, Lady, Jane. You guys were killing it. Dat Dog Dude. Oh my God. Renee, Elise, Fatter Bastard, That Can't Gaming. Thank you guys. Shout out to all of you in the live chat and my members, my wonderful mods. I've missed you guys. I'll be back in 3 hours. I'll see you in a little over 3 hours. Okay. So until then, hit that like, leave a comment after the video post, and enjoy yourself because it's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you